That's alright, mama. That's alright with you. That's alright, mama. And just any way you do. That's alright.
What is going on, Don't Unfriend Me Nation? It seems like we didn't get any days off last week. Am I boxy in the brain box, or is that accurate?
That's very accurate.
Yeah, absolutely no days off. And not only was it a long week, I think we stacked on seven some odd hours on Monday. Or Sunday. Oof.
Long. I was expecting it to be like 2 hours. I was not expecting it to be as long as it was.
Yeah. It was definitely, but it was worth it. Yes. But long. Papa's got a brand new bag.
Sounds great.
Oh yeah, you haven't heard this? Listen to this.
No.
Can I have that mug, babe? Did you get me a mug?
No, I forgot.
Oh, it's okay. You're listening to Still Point, STIILPOINT, with an amalgamation of 55 years of music, all rolled into one, done by Still Point, the Don't Unfriend Me Band. Go find them on iTunes and Spotify. In fact, we're going to give them another few seconds. No, we're not, because I can't reach the darn thing. It's okay. Go listen to them. You'll love it. Be back in 3 minutes. If everyone can do me a favor and share the heck out of this on Twitter, everywhere else, please. It's going to be a good show tonight, covering the day after the Charlie Kirk Memorial and a whole bunch of other stuff. Amy's in the house. We'll see you in just a couple.
Do you want the truth? Are you tired of being so confused? You feel like you're more fucked up than the lies on the evening news. Well, just step right in. We can talk about it all as friends. And if you want, we can hug and kiss and make up for the party ends. Agree or disagree, stop offering me. 'Cause I'm everything you want. Damn, so what you need. I won't tell no lies. Back up on the facts with truth. And if you can't get down with that, you must be somebody's dog.
What's up, everybody? It's Ryan Weaver. I am on the Don't Unfriend Me show, otherwise known as The Dumb Show, with host Matt Spear. You guys can find the show at The Dumb Show on social media or thedumbshow.com.
What's going on? Folks, want to give you an update on the documents of the freedom, the boxes. Jason had a slip disc in the back, and he has not been able to work. So he missed 4 days of work. So we're a little bit behind. Normally we ship out. 21st is when we cut off orders, and we usually ship around the 25th for the documents of freedom. It's probably going to be a little bit late. They should go out this week. We're going to try to get them out by Thursday or Friday. Just FYI. We'll put them together and get them out. We only have a few left, so if you're going to jump on this, now do it. We will not have any more before Christmas unless we start getting some high demand. So just FYI, if you have not picked up the documents of freedom, you can figure out how to do that right here. On everybody, Matthew Spear from the Don't Unfriend Me show. I am proud to announce that the Documents of Freedom are back in stock. It's a 3-book collection, leather-bound, by Arcadia Publishing. Starts out with the Bill of Rights, and it's the complete edition of the rights, so you can look up and reference anything your heart desires. Declaration of Independence, with revisions and founder images included, beautifully illustrated. And last but not least, what would Documents of Freedom be without the Constitution of the United States of America in its entirety? The box is handmade by PFC Flags, custom engraving, all 100% made in the USA from the nails to the glue. And we have a 5-star rating, satisfaction guaranteed, 150 sold 5 stars or better. It is so important, especially in today's society, to ensure that the younger generation has these books available in the future. Get them for your family and friends, available right now. Head on over to thedumbshow.com/books. Thanks so much.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.
So, little housekeeping stuff to let you know. We got the We Are Charlie shirts, the mugs, everything has been shipped. I think most people should be receiving their orders today and over the next 3 or 4 days. But those are shipping very quickly. I got my shirt, and
I need to get mine.
Yeah, we can order it for you. I want to order your glassware too. So maybe what we can do is if we end on time tonight, maybe we can just pop that in real quick and I can get that for you. If not, I know what you want. Just give me your size and I'll order it for you. Deal?
Perfect.
Cool.
Love it.
I forgot to order your
color.
I forgot to order your cup. Yeah, color, and I know you wanted a pink cup, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless there's purple. Unless there's
I
purple.
think there might be. No, there's not purple.
Oh,
It's like a magenta. Anyway, JD, what'd you think of your shirt? Let me know. Hey Chuck, I gotta answer your email, Bubba. I did read it. It's just everything with Charlie. It's been crazy. I apologize. Liv, would you be my brain and remind me to check the email from Chuck and answer him tonight? I completely spaced out. I'm sorry about that. I do apologize. It's just been a crazy couple of weeks anyway. So any other housekeeping stuff? Documents of Freedom, you go to the store. The We Are Charlie shirt, you go to the store. I got my Zero White Guilt shirt today. It looks really freaking cool. It is.
Love it.
It is so cool. I'm not going to wear it tonight. So listen, the last time we were here, Amy had to skedaddle and get out quick.
Yeah. Sorry about that, everybody.
Yeah. So everyone was just wondering, you okay? Yeah. Everything all right?
Yeah. I won't go into details because it's just not appropriate.
Yeah.
But I appreciate everyone's prayer support, and I just thank you to everyone who reached out to me personally. I just thank you so much. Just keep praying. But everything is okay as of today. So I'll just leave it at that. But everything is fine, and I appreciate everyone understanding. I'm embarrassed that I did that, but it was
we are
true
too.
Emergency.
You did embarrass the show just a little bit. Yeah, you should be.
Sorry.
So
How dare you?
How dare you? Do me a favor, Ames, scoot over a little bit. The opposite side of what you think you should. There you go. So that's too much. There you go. That's perfect. So we were a little top heavy on the boat, so you were pulling us down. So
we're black for a reason. Dark colors.
Oh God. So like very emotional weekend. I think everybody can relate to how emotional it was. Olivia, I haven't seen Olivia cry this much since postpartum, but she's crying a lot, and it's at a drop of a hat. Like, I know what to do.
Let's not
anymore. So yeah, it's just like a button, beep, push it, and play Erica Kirk, and so
how could you not cry? If you're not crying listening to her, then you're not okay.
Well, there are people who are not, and they're saying that the only reason she forgave the shooter was because he was white.
No, she's a Christian.
I know, but they don't care.
Any excuse to make it in a bad light.
Yeah, I don't know. I cried
Oh, so did I. We all did. We all did.
And all the replays, I'm crying during that too. It's just so gut wrenching.
I love your new camera. I don't know if you can see it, but see how different you look, and you're like square, and we're all the same size. Isn't that beautiful?
I love it.
So hey, we're working on it. We're trying to make everything look perfect. So yeah, listen, it was an emotional week, and I think that I don't know. I think the momentum has shifted to let's move forward. And I think Turning Point USA is moving forward tonight. They had a sold out crowd, I believe, in Minnesota, and they have their schedule up. Turning Point USA has announced 25 speakers that are going to take over. And I sent it an email and I offered that I would go. And I said, I'll be happy to. So if there's a way that I can fill in, I'll be happy to debate people and have a conversation. It's going to be different than anyone else because I don't do it like other people. I don't believe in debating. It doesn't get anywhere. I just have a conversation with somebody, Mm-hmm. But first you have to establish common ground. And if you can't find that in that conversation, there's no point in debating. Might as well just sit there and cuss at each other and yell at each other like the other guy Scott and I did the other night. It's just we just cussed at each other. We're vile to each other. And then I'm like, are we done? Are we good? And yeah, we're good. Okay, great. Now we can have a conversation. So I think the same thing holds true, but I would do it. I'm not afraid. And I'm more and more resolved in my, I don't know. There's a big transformation taking place and it's, I recognize it. And it happened with Hayden and Ethan. And I probably hadn't cried in, I don't know how long, 20 years. And then I was just watching a Walmart commercial. Damn, Taylor Swift.
Oh my gosh. It was when Hayden was little.
Won't you ever grow up? Don't you ever grow up? You can be this simple. And I'm just sitting there bawling.
I think she was 3 or 4 when that came out.
Yeah.
Ethan was a baby.
And so that was transformational for me, turned me, into a dad, and then, getting off the medicine stuff. But this is different. Like, so I went back and I listened to some of the music played during the memorial. And there's one by a lady named Job. Jobe is her name. Maria, Erica.
It was either Carrie or Corey.
Carrie. So it was Carrie, and I think it's Job because Jobe. I know Job in the Bible is Job, but that's job in English. But anyway, Job. And there's a song called Blessings. And so I started looking it up. And I'll be honest with you, when Christian rock comes on, it's always good. Like I don't listen to it. I don't like it.
Oh, you're missing out on some good ones.
Well, I know, but that's where. But every time it comes on, I'm always like, "This is a good song," and then they're just like, "Blessings upon you," and I'm like, "Oh, forget it." I'm like, give me some satanic Metallica. But so I listen to Blessings, and during the show, and you could see me. There's a progression. I'm on the computer, whatever, and I'm on my phone, and then I'm looking up, and you can see me perplexed, and then she just starts wailing, and it sounds like Hayden when Hayden really goes. And I've never heard anyone sing quite like Hayden because she has such a powerful voice. And so I listened to it today and I couldn't stop listening. And I worked out the entire workout, an hour and something, just was on repeat listening to that song. And I will say it's probably one of the most beautiful songs I've ever listened to in my life. It's amazing. So we downloaded Holy and a couple of other ones. And
check out For King and Country. They're my favorite.
Oh, I love King Country.
Okay, yeah. They're my favorite. I love and Forrest Frank is we love him.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like King Country when it wasn't it wasn't biblical. I can't remember the song, but I found that song and put it on my playlist. And then then I listen to the rest. I'm like, oh, it's Christian music. But there's a difference now. Is if I'm going to be in church and they're singing for a good 20 minutes. And I'm sitting there just going, I'm like, I got to learn some of these songs.
Yeah, there's so many good ones. Elevation Church has like 1 million that they play in like church. They're not my favorite, but Audio Adrenaline is that's like true like rock music.
Yeah,
it's like
good.
Really good.
Yeah,
and it's Christian.
Every one of them
Skillet,
last night was amazing.
Yeah.
They were, I've heard of Skillet too. They were fantastic. I mean, every single one of them. I love that.
Skillet is Christian?
Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Whoa. I've got a couple of their songs that I would never have guessed them to be.
If you listen to the words. I'm going
to have to go back and listen to the words that are on there.
Yep.
Because the first song the kids introduced me of Skillet is called Monster, and it doesn't.
Yes. It's yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I had no idea.
They're
Not
Christian.
a clue. That's pretty cool.
Once again, it's different, you know, and then people are like, well, that's the Holy Spirit and all this other stuff. And that's very possible. But I'm just trying to tell you, it's been different for me.
Yeah.
And, like my processing, my thought process is much different than what it has been. And my first reaction is some guy came on and he's like, you know, I don't understand how Erica did that. You know, I want to take this guy and grab a knife and blah, blah, blah. And, and he's just saying stuff. And I just looked up a passage and was just like, here you go. You know, I heard. So I don't know. This is weird for me. I'm 51 years old. I don't have a lot of experience of not being introduced to things. I'm pretty well versed. I'm a pretty smart guy. But I have excommunicated religion out of my life purposefully for 40 years. And I have truly, MC subscribe, thanks buddy. I have truly just castigated God from my life because I blamed him. Of course I did, you know? Job is helping, by the way. Thank you.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite book for a reason.
We did it on Sunday. Our entire semester or quarter of learning for the church is around Job, and we're doing a deep dive. And then Ironworks is doing a deep dive, and I'm going to get into it because I quoted it the other night on somebody who was.
We should totally do like a dumb show Bible study. I'll be happy to be a part of that. Like, I would love that.
All right, folks. We'll talk to you guys later.
Adjusting transmitter output.
Hey, James, can your daughter get us in touch with Skillet?
Yeah, we love
his
that.
daughter does lighting for them.
Yeah, we would totally like to bail on Still Point and get
totally,
Skillet instead.
Would love to get
that would
Skillet.
be amazing.
I have a question. Since you like Christian, I grew up with the Imperials.
What about Jars of Clay?
Jars of Clay, the Imperials, Amy Grant, and Michael W. Smith. But
Michael W. Smith, so good.
Baby.
Yeah, but yeah, Jars of Clay. But Imperials, that's when I was like in the 80s when I was young.
Yeah,
so
all good stuff.
So that's pretty much it. It's just been a very interesting. I don't know, just interesting. You know, so it's new to me, and I'm probably doing. I know there's a term for this. I'm sure there is. It's like Christian.
Yeah, you're like a baby Christian essentially,
right? And everything's new and exciting, and I'm walking and I'm talking, and I want to put everything in my mouth. And this is where I'm at. It's like everything I eat, sleep has now been this.
You're going to be tested so hard, and you're going to be questioning why you're doing this.
No, I've already been through that though.
No, it'll get worse. Trust me.
No, I don't think I
so.
See, but here's the problem. And this is I wanted to talk to you about this, and this is really good that you brought it up, is I'm like in reverse. So it's like I've been through the pain and the suffering, and I understand suffering, right? We talked about that. We talked about that in Job, and we understand there's a difference. There's armchair sufferers and there's wheelchair sufferers, and I'm an armchair sufferer. Okay, I get it. I understand that. However, I specifically held God at arm's length because of the trials and tribulations that I was experiencing. And the crisis of faith that I had was tempered by my own hand. And I refused it. And I said I would never accept it into my heart until I could truly practice what I was preaching. And you should have seen today with the kids. It was, I can't explain it, and it's not important because it's what happened, and we'll tell you offline. But, you know, I took them down and had a conversation with them, and both in tears, and we hugged for like 5 minutes, both of them. Hayden wouldn't let me go. And it's just, I'm not saying that it's not going to get tough and not going to get hard, and I won't have lapses of faith, or that I just won't give this up completely in 6 months. I'm not that naive. But I don't know if I would blame God for it, is what I'm trying to say. Is because I think I've reconciled with that I don't believe that God had anything to do with what's happened to me in my life as far as the trials and tribulations, because I truly understand it at this point that the price has been paid.
Yes.
And I don't deserve any of it. I don't deserve his grace. I don't deserve those things, but I have it anyway. And It's my job to live the life. And even though that price has been paid, it is still a debt that is owed. And although I can't possibly pay it back to the level I need to, but I can gain an understanding of what that sacrifice meant. And then that's the path to at least my understanding of getting to a place of, at least on the path of understanding and the path of recognizing the sacrifice that he made. So
yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
It makes me happy.
Hit me harder. Hit me harder. Tell me it's going to go. The sky's going to fall.
Truly, there's no words for me to say how happy I am to know that you guys are going to church and seeking leadership from Jesus, who literally did die on the cross for us. And
right.
I know my religion is quite different than yours, and that's okay. We're still Christians. I believe in Jesus Christ. I know that he died. I mean, I know I'm better than you, but
you guys get to drink wine. Of course you're better.
Yeah.
You guys get to wear funny clothes and
yep. Yeah. And it's a part of it. I mean, it's all biblical teachings. And once you get more into the Bible, you'll see that. And I think you especially, because your love of history.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I think that would bring you over to more of a strict religious standpoint at some point. I'm not pushing for that.
I'll just let you know, there's just never going to be a chance that I'll become a Catholic. I'll become a Jew.
You said you would never become a Christian.
I never said that. I never said that. I always identified as a Christian. My dog tag said Christian.
Yeah.
Because you can be a Christian with no real investment.
There are the people who claim to be Christians
That's
who are
my
not
point.
followers of Christ.
That's my point.
But
you can claim any religion without any real investment. That's my point.
True.
That's
I
my
could say
point.
I'm Jewish, but I'm not Jewish.
Right, but if I was going to be anything, I'd probably be a Jew before, or an Orthodox before I'd go to Catholicism.
I don't think you would if you actually looked up the historical
of Judaism.
Yeah.
I have. Wait. You just listen. This is really important. And just because I don't practice faith doesn't mean I'm not read in.
Yeah. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying it went.
Jews won't have me anyway.
No, they won't have me either.
They won't have a lot. And it's not because of. It's just a process of. It's a long story. It's nothing to do with me not appreciating and respecting Jews. Catholicism is a bridge too far for me. Because although I do not blame God, I do blame the church.
Sure. And I had this debate actually 2 weeks ago with a friend of mine who was asking me why I'm Catholic and not a Christian. Mm-hmm. And I kind of said the same thing. I just believe in the historical accuracy of the church. And just because I don't support the awful things that the Catholic Church has been a part of, it's not my church that I go to, at least that I'm not aware of. Right. And do I have trepidation about certain things as a Catholic? Do I want my son to be an altar boy? No, I don't. And I trust my church implicitly, but I still have that trepidation as a mom.
Sure. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm just not going to put my kid in any situation, although currently that's a different story with school. But I do believe in the Eucharist is a perfect example. We believe that our communion wafers are literally Jesus's body and the wine is his blood.
Yeah.
It's not a symbolic thing for us. It's true. And I believe when it says in the Bible to take this is my body. He's not being, it's not a, what's the word? It's not a metaphor, essentially, for us. It's true for us. And it says the only way is through me.
Right.
So that's a part of our faith. So,
and I respect that.
Yeah.
I just, and I understand where you're coming from. And I guess I can't say never, but I never said the words I would never be a Christian or I never would believe in God. I just said I'm not ready to. And I said what the words I've used specifically is God and I have a conversation that needs to take place. And I don't know if I'm willing to do it without one. And little did I know is that I can have that conversation. I just may not get the answer that I'm looking for. So
you'll get answers.
But there's a difference between reading the Bible for historical purpose and reference,
yes,
and reading for understanding.
Yes.
And I've learned that already with just a few days of passages that I've read for historical understanding versus truly finding the meaning in the words.
Absolutely.
But my pastor and I are building a relationship, and I told Olivia this, is that we're being singled out, and we can feel it.
In a positive way or
a
negative?
Okay. Oh, in a very positive. Like, we've been noticed, and
every week 3 to 4 different people come
elders
up.
have noticed
different people. It's not but the people we've already met.
It's
still
not normal.
Come and
Amy,
say
trust
hi.
me. I know what they do. It's not normal.
I was just going to say, maybe they see something in you guys like I do.
That's my point. That's my point.
In you what I see in you all, which is why I've been praying for you for years to come to church and just find Jesus.
I think they know. I think they know that that we're sincere, number one. But I also think that, and this is not being, listen, I'm not trying to be, this is with humility as much as I can give, sincerely. Our family is something to behold. We're close, and we act a certain way, we talk a certain way, and we have a level of confidence when we walk into a room. And they had even mentioned that. They're like, the fact that you walked in here, it's pretty brave, and you don't know anybody, and you weren't invited here, and you just walked in, and you're like, we're coming to church after so many years. So I just feel like they have recognized that we're there consistently, and we're not members yet. And they want to ensure that we feel welcome. I've had a couple people try to have me give my testimony, and I said no. That'll come in time, and that's not a 5-minute testimony, because that one's going to take a while, and you might as well just clear a Sunday and throw me up on that stage if you want that.
I'll come. Just tell me when.
I'll do it.
And ironically,
hold on, caller, we'll be right with you.
Ironically, I called my mom after we'd been a couple weeks because I wanted to make sure we were decided that we consistently wanted to go. And so I told my mom, and she's like, your dad and my niece Aurora have found a church in Montana, and they're going consistently every Sunday. And that's insane.
This is a revival. I feel
this is, I mean, and they started going a couple weeks before we did. And it's to realize that my dad is going to church again. I grew up in the church. My dad was a deacon at the church. We were huge in the church. We all got baptized in that church, everything. And then when my parents separated, and the way the church treated my father and ostracized him, he walked away from religion, from the church, from everything. And I never thought he would ever step foot in a church again.
Yeah.
And for religious purposes, he did for weddings and other things. But the fact that him and my niece are going, which is a really good thing for my niece because she's a teenager and struggling with things. So it's really good for her. The fact that we all kind of found it at the same time.
Yeah. And listen, this is going on all over the country, and it's not just because of Charlie Kirk.
We started going before
this
Charlie
happened.
Kirk.
This happened before, but now it's almost to the point where people are looking and inquiring on Charlie and going, this isn't what I heard.
Yeah.
This isn't look, there's people out there saying that this was a Nazi rally and it's a Goebbels rally, but people go and see and go, this doesn't look like a Nazi rally. This looks like a celebration. And I was absolutely floored as a non-Catholic going into a Catholic memorial it wasn't a wake, it wasn't an open casket. And they had a memorial, and they're Catholic, and it was just a celebration and laughter and sharing stories. And it was beautiful. But there's people out there who've never stepped foot in. They don't know what it's about. And now they're seeing it live, and they're like, this is beautiful. This is love. And although a few of the commentators were a little Jack Posobiec and a few others were a little overboard, but it still was, it was literally Christianity, which is love. I mean, it's the only religion on the planet, first and foremost, that its sole basis of existence is love and forgiveness. I mean, come on now. All right, caller, who we talking to? Hi, Elizabeth. Hold on one second. Let me put you in the main chat. I kept you off because I knew we were going to talk for a bit, and I didn't want you to start cussing at me. Elizabeth, what do you want to talk about?
Well, I was listening to you and Amy, and I have a really different background. I was raised in the chapel, military chapel.
Okay.
My dad, for a little bit, was a chaplain's assistant.
Okay.
And I got a chance to see basically a lot of the different religions because, as in the military, they have everything almost in the same building. And I'm now Catholic. My sister's Protestant. My dad's Protestant.
1 second, real quick, Elizabeth. I can't even pronounce your name, Pansy. He says, let's make all religions a crime. No, you guys have already tried that.
Yeah.
That's been done many times. Read a book, bud. Find one without pictures and try to sound out the syllables. Start off with C spot run, C Jane jump, and you'll get there in no time, buddy. Okay? All right, go ahead. He's the one. By the way, I didn't ban you last time, dude. God loves you, and I do too. And I forgive you for who you are. It's okay. You can be better. I know you can.
I just got a shirt that says God loves you and I'm trying.
Yeah. God says I should love you and I'm working on that. Go ahead, Elizabeth. I apologize to interrupt.
No problem. But one thing about it is God will call you according to where he allows your perspective to be. In other words, not everybody's going to be Catholic, as much as I would love to see them understand the Catholicism. Not everybody's going to be Baptist. Not everybody's going to be Church of Christ. I could go down the whole list. But the basic unit of all of it is that we all believe in Jesus Christ to be our Savior. And there's only one way to get to heaven, and that is through Jesus Christ.
What if you don't believe in Jesus Christ, but you're a faithful person and a good soul? Does that mean what?
Unfortunately, in the scriptures, it says that there is one way to heaven, and that is through Jesus Christ.
Okay. So help me understand, how are the Jews the chosen people, but they don't believe in Jesus?
They turn their back.
Mm-hmm.
Jews have turned their back. So Jews will not be going to heaven.
Unfortunately, because even God said that the Jews have turned their backs, and in the end days, it does say that the Jews, everybody will turn their backs upon the Jews, the Israel. It says that every country will turn their back on them.
Mm-hmm.
And that, unfortunately, that's a sad situation, but the Jews are still looking for the Messiah to come the first time. They've not even realized the Messiah's already come.
Correct.
So what about Jews for Jesus?
So
I'm asking a question.
That's one of those weird situations that they were Jews, but they just don't know that they've turned to being a Christian.
Okay. By the way, Pansy's back says, why are thet, two eagles? That's a Greek word, by the way, and I knew it, which means to be in poverty or poor. So either you can't spell or you're retarded. Listen, just because I'm trying to be a better person doesn't mean I can't fucking bring the thunder. So that must be Ebonics or something. Okay, moving on. Elizabeth, this is the part of is it clear in the Bible says that if you don't believe in Jesus, you're not going to enter heaven? Is that true?
Yeah, it says, I am the light. I'm trying to remember how it is.
Take your time. There's I'll look it up. I mean,
yeah,
Elizabeth, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. No one shall enter the kingdom except through me.
Yes.
Through you. Well,
through Jesus.
But does it say you have to worship Jesus, or does it say that through him means you have to go through him to get to heaven, which means you have to stand at the pearly gates and be judged? This is just interpretation. I'm asking. Couldn't that be what it means, through me, because he's in the kingdom of heaven?
Basically, if you don't believe in him, you don't believe in God, because remember that they're the three in one. They're the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, the Trinity.
Right, Holy Trinity, I get it.
And you know that all Christians believe that. If you do not believe in Jesus, you don't believe in God.
I didn't say that. I never said those words. I asked Jews specifically.
But that is what it says in scriptures.
Correct.
So hold on, we have another caller. Elizabeth, thank you for calling. Just hold on a second. I got to hold this, and then I'm going to bounce right back. Okay. Hey, caller, we'll be right back. 1 second. Okay. So Elizabeth, let's get to your point, so I can keep doing the show, and we'll touch on this at the end if that's okay, because I have another caller too. So go ahead.
Okay, but yeah, the point is that as much as we want everybody to come to realization in the history of the church, because everybody started with Catholicism, some people will only see the Baptists or the non-denominational. They'll always see only that perspective.
Okay.
And even if they do get to learn the whole history, they will believe that they belong in one specific area of Christianity, but we all are Christians together.
Okay.
That's the main.
Just so let's make sure I understand this. If you're not Christian, are you going to hell? One second. Hey, Kathy, whatever Italian name. You said you will not be silenced. Yes, you will.
Militello, I think.
Yeah, you're silenced. Oh my God, what is wrong with this person?
Thank you. I can't do it. It's the one page I don't have access to that. Thank you.
Hold on a second. Let me fix this. All right, Elizabeth, thanks for calling. I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Matt?
Yeah.
One scripture to look up, there's a couple to look up and try to figure this out. It's 1 John 14:6.
Hey, Elizabeth, can you send me a text on this? I got another person on the phone.
Yes, I can.
All right, send it to me. Send it to me over on Facebook. I will read them, and I give you my word. As always, everything you send me, I try to take a look at. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, buddy. Talk to you soon. Hey, this is Matt. Who am I talking to?
Hey, Matt. It's Courtney Dudu calling from Canada.
Hey, what's going on? I missed the first name again. Is it
Courtney?
Courtney. Oh, hi, Courtney. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
We're doing okay. I'm trying to balance like 50 things at once. What do you want to talk about?
So, a little bit of a backstory. I had an addiction for 10 years because I had a phobia of death, extreme phobia of death.
Wow.
And when I got clean in 2021, I found my faith. It didn't quite do the whole Jesus thing. I started practicing in the indigenous ways, the 7 secret teachings, the animals, that kind of thing. 2 years ago, I was in a truck and I'd never driven it before. And I heard this guy giving a view on Imagine Heaven. Mm-hmm. And I listened to it. In the first half of the book, I cried my eyeballs out. And then the other half of the book, I was actually able to listen to it. I lost my dad in 2018. And so I listened to this book last year, traveling home. January comes, and I've always been told if you have a dream, look and see if you can find a watch, because your brain can't tell the difference, right? Okay. If you're dreaming or if you're awake. So I looked for a watch and I found one, and I honestly thought I had passed away. Mm-hmm. But I got to see my dad. It was one of those, it was him. And it shook me to my very core. And I've been more conservative since, leaning towards Christianity. And then when Charlie Kirk happened, that was it. Instantly switched over to Christianity.
So I want to make sure I understand something.
Yeah.
When we're talking about the Catholic religion,
oh, okay.
No. Hold on. We got Catholics here. Let's not do that. Let's everyone just
okay.
Let's everyone. No, I can't. I won't tolerate it. I won't. I will not do it. I'm not going to get into religious pissing matches with people. That everyone's got a voice. Everyone believes what they. No. Courtney, I'm not saying you are. I'm talking to Amy. Can you not hear Amy?
No, I can't actually.
Oh shit. That's why. Hold on a second. I got to get this fixed. You know what? We got to get this fixed because we're taking phone calls way too often. So I was talking to Amy. Settings. Let's go into audio. Okay. You guys tell me. Go ahead. Amy, say something.
Testing.
Courtney, can you hear her?
I got her.
You got her?
Yeah.
Very good.
Okay, good. All right.
Yep.
So I just want to make sure everyone understands something. It's Catholics that believe you don't believe in Jesus. Are you going to hell? Are you going to purgatory? Are you going to eternal damnation? Where are you going, Amy?
There's nothing in the Bible that says where you go.
So you're not going to be resurrected?
I don't believe so from what the scripture says, but I'm not God and I don't pretend to know more than he knows.
See,
so.
That's kind of my point. It would just be very interesting that if God places people in different religions, in different sects because of their location and their evolution, and they're only deemed suitable for what they could understand at the time, then why would he punish them to eternal damnation if they didn't accept Jesus Christ? Just a question. I mean, Buddhists are going. I mean, Orthodox are going. Protestants are going. I mean, I don't know. I'm just, this is the struggle I have, and it's going to take years for me to get all this because I've got a lot of questions. And the good news is my pastor says all of us are scared of your questions, but God isn't.
Right.
So, I'm going to ask him, but any thoughts on this, Ames or Olivia or anybody want to help me out here?
I mean, just like I just said, I do believe that the Catholic Church is the original church. That's my belief system.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
I believe even nowadays, I hate saying that word. Sorry. I hate it myself.
It's okay.
People who decide whether they're Catholic or not to say, I can do this better and I'm going to go make my own church because I'm going to interpret the Bible the way that I choose to interpret it. My own belief system.
All right.
And I'm going to start this religion and I'm going to do this.
So do you guys still stone gays, or did you decide not to do that as Catholics?
Catholics we just pray for people.
Really? What about planting crops side by side? Do we even just ignore the Old Testament?
No.
Wait a second. So we just move. Well, yes, you just said you didn't. You just said you accept all word and you don't vary from the word, right?
Well, I think we had this conversation previously. So
maybe I didn't understand it then either.
So in the Old Testament, there were a set of rules, right?
Right.
Then we got a new set of rules. We got the 10 Commandments.
Okay.
We got additional rules on top of that.
Right.
Because we were uncivilized. We didn't know how to behave. We didn't know how to act. God had to be real, dumb it down for us people to say, okay, here's what you can and can't do.
Right.
And
I remember this.
Yeah. So then he's like, okay, now you grasp these concepts because you're idiots. I'm going to give you a new set of rules and here's what you need to do.
But wasn't it important then is my point. Were those rules important?
At the time, sure.
Then why would they not be important today?
Because God commanded it to be different. So and again, I'm not God. I'm not choosing to say.
I'm not asking. Well, that's a cop out. I mean, we can't have a conversation. All you're going to keep saying is, "I'm not God." I mean, you've been a Catholic.
I don't pretend to have all the answers.
No, but that's why I'm asking the question, right? And simply saying "I don't know" versus "I'm not God." I'm completely aware you're not God. I'm not accusing you of being such. I'm just asking questions because it's hard for me to understand. I don't understand it. Because if a rule was learned, then the rule should still be important. Otherwise, it should never have been a rule. Fair?
But God made it that way.
Yeah, I understand that. I just
you're saying it's a cop-out, but I genuinely can't, my brain as a human, I cannot begin to imagine what a divine being and their thinking and their process is, because I'm just not at that elevation, or I would be worshiping myself and not Jesus Christ. So
yeah,
I don't have all the answers, and I don't think that's a cop out necessarily.
No. The cop out was when you said you weren't God. I'm
not God, but I don't.
Saying you are.
I don't pretend to have all the answers. I don't pretend to go, well, the Bible says X, Y, and Z in this passage, and then skip forward 500 years, and then we got a new set of rules because the civilization was different. We had more advanced tools. We had currency. We had different ways of living. And so he wanted to refine us like a stone. He refines us through his teachings, through his ways. And There's a lot of horrible things that happened.
Yeah, Courtney, go ahead, because it's a heavy conversation, but it's go.
It is. So when I started looking into religion when I was in my 20s, which was a long time ago, we'll just say that. But I had asked about the 7 deadly sins to one of my parents' friends who was big into religion at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, "You'll never find them in the Bible." And I said, "Well, why not?" And she goes, "Because it only exists in the Roman Catholic Bible. And unless you are a long-time upstanding owner or practitioner, I guess, is what you would call it, they were the only ones that would receive a Bible because the Roman Catholics didn't want you to read it for yourself and take your own meanings out of it." Now, is that still standing? Or could I walk into, say, the Lighthouse and buy a Roman Catholic Bible?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm not sure. So.
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. But it brings up an interesting point. So I'm your friend, and I don't understand all this stuff, and I've got some serious questions, and I still do. And I know you're not in the abbey, and you're not, the monk and the person who has the scrolls. I get that, and I'm not accusing you of that. I just know you have a very deep understanding of this. Can you help me understand, maybe when it comes to, and truly from a place of trying to understand? You said that God changed his mind, and I can understand that. Like, he's omnipotent, but we're not. So we're going to go through different stages of learnings, because we are essentially, maybe not primates, but our level of understanding of sin and living with value and love and all this, the concepts were way too advanced for what we're having. It's almost like God is teaching us, right?
Correct.
Those are his words. He's teaching us along the way. Okay, great. I get that. And that really, no one's ever put that way. So that really makes sense to me. So now that explains the Old Testament. And I can just be like, that totally, I get it. When it comes to the Catholic Church changing positions on slavery, for instance, or changing positions on homosexuality, and being inclusive to transgenders, these are things that, if I'm not mistaken, are pretty bad in the Bible.
Correct.
Then when did God come down and update this? Because I don't know if he did, or if this is this man doing what man always does and taking out the bad parts so they can get their what is it? Their tithe? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Tithe? Yeah.
So how do I really feel, or do you want the Catholic version?
I want, you know what's funny? I want both, because I think it'll help me understand.
So the Pope is really who they all write. Essentially, it's like a book that each Pope will write, and they write them at different times during their papacy. And some popes are more revered than others. I believe our last Pope, there was a lot of controversy over the things that he decided to change about the doctrine of the church, but they are supposed to be in such a deep meditation with God and have a conversation with him. And they are supposed to be updating things, not for what's good for humanity, but by what Jesus himself has said.
Right. I hear you.
And
I hear you.
I don't believe that every Catholic would agree with all the teachings that have been updated, especially in recent years. It does not mean that Catholics are hateful towards people that don't follow.
No, of course not. Of course not.
What the Bible states.
I
have no issue with how you want to choose to live your life, but I'm telling you it's a sin, and I care about your salvation.
Right.
And that is why I'm telling you it's a sin, because we're all sinners. I would love to live just a free life and not have any, values and morals and just do whatever I want. But I do care about my salvation. I care about my children. I try to instill the right way to live, because we all have to fight those times when we want to do something that we know is wrong. And you can say you're this way or that way, but you can choose how you live. And if you're living in that sin, that's a choice.
Right. It's hard for me to understand, especially with Jews.
Yeah.
That they're not going to be.
They don't believe that Jesus Christ was
the
Messiah. they're still waiting for the Messiah to come.
Yep.
And that's the huge difference. And I'm not God. I don't get to decide what happens after you die. Maybe he says, hey, here I am. Do you believe now? I don't know.
No, and listen, I can hear your frustration.
No, I'm not frustrated at all. No, I'm not frustrated at all. Not at all.
I thought you seemed a little frustrated with the church, like with the Pope and.
I do have problems with our last Pope.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about with me. I was talking.
I do. This
is what you and I do.
Yeah.
Someone's like, "Why don't you ask your pastor?" Because Amy's here. That's why. Because
I'm not a pastor though.
No, but you're not a pastor. But you are extremely well schooled and written in the verse, and you have helped me understand things before. That you just solved it. Yeah. We've had this conversation before, and you failed miserably last time. You didn't hear. You crushed it. That's the answer.
I just also want to point out one of my favorite stories of the Bible, which is Noah, and God condemned the whole freaking world, and it was awful. It kind of reminds me of how we are living now in this world. But God made a promise to him and his family and the people who were on, the ark with him and the animals that he would not do that again. So I can't say that God
the Old Testament, he was very vindictive.
Yes. Well, he was not vindictive. I think it was just very
open. He killed the entire world. Yeah. That's pretty vindictive.
That's wrath. And I think
that's a human emotion.
Sure. And we're made in the image of God, right? So we have all the same emotions that God is perfectly capable of, and probably more that we can't grasp.
We can't conceptualize. Right.
So I can't say why God said, hey, maybe that was a little much. Not going to do that again. Sorry about that.
We're just going to throw everyone in the incinerator.
Yeah.
That sounds like someone else I know.
My bad. I don't know if that's, God has a sense of humor too. I don't think
if God, everyone who just inhaled. Come on. Listen, God, he knows what he created. Yeah. And he knows I'm not trying to blaspheme. And if that's a sin, I get it.
It is a sin, but you're not blaspheming.
No, I'm trying to make a joke. Yeah. And no, God is not Hitler. Okay. Thank you. Gosh, people. No. We just lost. Channel's down to 5 watchers. Courtney, go ahead. What did you want to say? Take us out. Go ahead, Courtney.
So you have Amy, which is amazing. And since I was 15, I have like a big sister, little sister kind of thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
And mine is called Jen, and she's followed scripture her entire life. She runs one of the best Bible camps here in Canada. And any questions I have, I go to her, and she can explain and understand where I'm coming from. So I think it's important. God does put people in our lives for certain lessons or seasons. But you are so lucky to have Amy.
Oh, and my wife, who honestly hasn't chimed in this because I don't want to speak for you, but do you any reason why you're not invested in this, even though you've been involved in the church?
Because this is a conversation between you and Amy.
See, and that's okay, and there's nothing wrong with that, and there's no animosity. But I'll be honest with you, this conversation has happened twice, and this time, maybe it's because I'm more open. Well, no, I don't know if it clicked. I think I'm more receptive. I was closed off and was being a dick. This time, I'm truly trying to knock it off, Amy.
I don't think you're a dick. I don't see that.
I am a dick. I'm a total dick. I'm a giant dick, and I get it. But I'm not trying to be.
You're not a hard.
No, I am hard too. I just don't want. I didn't want to be one today. I really am trying to understand, and that was the best answer I've ever heard. And that makes sense. I need to be not only spiritually enhanced, but I need to be logically saved. Like, it's not going to just be blind faith. I am not that guy. I have to disseminate, process, and it has to meet my logical mind. But I am also completely 100% open to a mustard seed of faith. Some things I'm just going to have to give to faith. What?
Yeah, that's all it takes. That's all it takes.
Right. I am, but it can't be everything. You can't just say, "Oh, well, you know what? We don't have an answer to that. So mustard seed of faith." No. Wait a second. That's not okay to me. But there are some things that I can, which, for example, the entire basis of Christianity being that God died for our sins and we didn't earn it. That it was a gift that we owe no debt of payment, except for the things that are in the Bible that he asks of us.
Yes.
And that's
still
our sins are forgiven, is what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's still not enough. There was a question that I was asked to answer.
Give me the question.
It's, can you please explain why Catholics pray through Virgin Mary instead of Jesus Christ?
Oh shit, we already did this. I'm leaving. Okay, everybody. Thanks for watching the show. I've already did that. I already walked down this field, man. And I tried to slay that dragon. I got burned.
So it's actually not a very complex answer. We do not pray through anyone. It's like me saying, I pray for Matt and his family, and I have for years. They've never asked me to pray on behalf of them, but I do. I've had people ask me to pray on behalf of them.
Once, when it came to the kids in the court.
Okay, yes, but I'm just saying, like,
I'm just letting you know.
Okay,
I did ask you.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes.
I just said whatever you can do, whatever voodoo you got. Can you please say a prayer? Those are my exact words to you.
Yes, and I got my doll out, and I got the pins, and I was.
Did you eat a wafer?
No.
Okay. All right.
But we don't pray on behalf. We don't pray to anyone other than Jesus, but we do have saints that we pray to ask for them to take our prayers to God. There's a patron saint for everything. And if you are having trouble with literally anything, you can't find a parking spot or you've lost something, there's a saint for that. And you can pray to them to ask to intercede on your behalf, because we do believe they hold a higher position in heaven than like us lowly people who are not saints, who've not been canonized. So yes, we do pray the rosary in honor of Mary, but we're not praying to her. We do ask, like I've asked for Mary to intercede on my behalf when I was going through my own court stuff, because I'm a mom and she's a mom, and I needed that mom to mom intercession, and it worked. And I've never said a prayer to a saint that I can think of now that I haven't been given an answer either way.
We're going to stop there.
Yeah.
Amy is not this is not the
Ask a Catholic.
Yeah, thank you so much, because I was trying to think of the name of the game show. I was going to say like 32 degrees of separation from Christ or something, but this is not the Spanish Inquisition, and she's not here to answer all of this stuff. And I appreciate everyone having it. I mean, because some of these answers seem to be a little underhanded, like why do you go ahead and count rosary for the increased level of the sin, and why do you go ahead and speak to a priest? No, don't answer it.
Oh.
No, we're not going to. We're going to move on. Okay. We're already 1 hour in.
Please
and
go to church.
We need some tithe. Yeah. Was it tithe? Is that what it is?
Tithing.
10%. We need some, y'all. So Olivia just put this in. Courtney, hold on. Angela Hills donated $20. Thank you, Angela, for kicking us off tonight.
Thank you.
Hey, Angela. Courtney, take us out. You got 1 minute. We always love it when you call in. We love our Canucks. 1 minute's yours.
Hey.
Yep, we can hear you.
Hey, I honestly, I love the conversations. You guys are amazing. I followed all 7 hours yesterday, even driving around.
Wow.
I love your show. I got to say, guys, every night, I don't care what I'm doing. I always turn on my phone.
Well, that's good.
To hear the podcast.
That's amazing.
That's good.
Thank you.
Now, if everyone would hit the like button, because we've got 74 likes, but 170 people on. So if everyone could hit the like button real quick, that helps. Not the one that's inside, the one that's on the bottom, on the little square box when you're watching this on Facebook, whatever, hit the like button. Courtney, we appreciate you. We love you being a dummy, and thank you for listening to us.
No, thank you so much. You guys, God bless.
God bless you too. All right. So that was really a long conversation, but I listen.
Amy, this one's directed at you. Thanks for the extra coverage yesterday. Does Amy know the show is 5 hours now?
Thank you, Frank. Only if the donations go longer or go higher.
That's that's because right now, I mean, it's like, dude, we're going to have to pay her to stay. Listen, I don't think there's anything wrong with asking questions. I don't think there's anything wrong with, even if it's heated, who cares? Yeah. This stuff is, the one thing about religion that I can't really swallow is the exclusivity. That bothers me just a little bit. In all religion, that really bothers me. If you truly are following what I've understood from my very short time of coming from a parishioner versus a studious learner, is it seems that God accepts all as long as they ask for his forgiveness and accept them into his heart. And I just don't know if Jews are going to go to hell because they don't believe in Jesus. And to me, my interpretation isn't important. And that's the one thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to interpret the Bible. I'm going to imbibe the Bible. And I think that's how it should be done. I'm going to allow others to help me understand. And if I don't understand, I'm not going to say I do, right? I'm not going to sit here and be like, I get it. No, I don't. And I'm going to sit here and say I don't get it until I do. That can be frustrating. But that's just who I am. And that's what I'll bring to the table. But once you got me, you got me, and I'll fight tooth and nail for what I believe in. So we'll see how this goes. I mean, hey, this took an hour tonight. I didn't expect it to, but I want to say thank you, Amy, for sitting there in the hot seat tonight. Ask a Catholic is officially the new show. So Liv, did you have anything you wanted to chime in on this?
Nope.
Conversation between you and Amy.
Yep.
All right. Probably smart. Trying to think what I want to go to. Yeah. Brian Krasenstein. This guy, he is low key evil. Can you move the cat's ass, please?
Perfect.
Amy, they can't see you. My cat is flashing her.
So we need to get her the butt charm.
I'm not putting an anal bead in my cat.
It just hangs on her tail. It doesn't go inside.
I'm not putting anything near. Can you imagine? I mean, listen, you Catholics and grooming our cats. I don't understand. All right. So Brian Krasenstein, he's okay. Gotta move the cat. I can't do it. Just slam her down and love her. Okay. No, you push her down like this, and she's
going.
Yep. And now she'll love you. All right. So
sit, Yenny, sit.
She's not the dog. She's not going to listen to you.
Sit, Yenny, sit.
Okay. All right. Can we get on?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So Brian Krasenstein and his twin brother Ed, truly are low key demons.
Yeah.
No, I'm not kidding. They are fucking evil. These guys, they look square. They look like whatever, but they are lesser demons because of their size. Also, they're like if Oompa Loompas were demons, it would be these two.
They're like demon sprites.
Demon sprites. That's really good. They're cherubs of evil. Cherubs of evil.
Yeah. Okay.
Cherubs of evil. They're succubuses, but with penises.
They're actually really big in the Bible.
They're a succubus with penises, with peni, and they. Dude, they're bad. They like to push the boundaries. I'm wondering why an assassin didn't hit these two. Or I'm wondering, this is what they said. I'm wondering why the bullet didn't hit these two. And he shows a picture of Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And then people are like, how can you say, he's like, I didn't say that. Why are you assuming it? And he is just this sniveling little twat. And I'm sorry I said that word. But that's what he is. And I can't stand this guy. Here is the video. Give it a listen. And then we'll try to have a conversation. I know Olivia will have something to chime in now. God, I'm sorry, baby. That was a long conversation. It's okay, honey. I love you. Oh, I love
smiled.
You too. Oh, yeah. Okay. Here we go.
This is what it currently looks like outside the State Farm Stadium in Arizona for the Charlie Kirk Memorial at 5 a.m. This is what it currently looks like outside the State Farm Stadium in Arizona for the Charlie Kirk Memorial at 5 a.m. Behind me, you see the lines. This year alone, there have been 11 school massacres, and not a single one had a major memorial at a large sports stadium in America. There have been a total of 515 lives taken over the last 22 years in school massacres, and not one resulted in a memorial in a major sports stadium with tens of thousands of people. I'm not discounting what happened to Charlie Kirk, but America, maybe we have our priorities a little bit skewed.
I think you've got your priorities a little bit skewed.
Yeah. Well, why don't we tell the leprechaun from hell what problem we have with this comparison contrast here? I mean, let's just give it its due course. Does this scan? Is he right? First of all, is he right? Can we take away that he is an annoying little munchkin with a glandular problem? Can we get past that and say, is he right? Do we anticipate that if a local town has a shooting, because by the way, Las Vegas did have a very large memorial. Columbine had a massive memorial. It was Red Rocks. We were. You see, he doesn't know what he's fragging Fooch talking about. Like, if I sound like a retard, it's going to be because I'm trying not to cuss. So you're going to have to deal with this. You sound like I'm yelling at my kid. You mother, get your in here, you son of a. There's plenty of events. I know McNichols Arena had the Aurora shooting, had a service there. But the thing is, we have parades that have 2 million people show up for a Stanley Cup or a Super Bowl.
Yes.
I mean, to sit here and say that just because we don't have a service, shut up, Ash, don't have a service, therefore we don't care. Isn't it the volume of care versus the location? I mean, I guarantee every single church mentioned Annunciation School. I know ours did. Mm-hmm. And you're talking tens of thousands of churches all across the United States with hundreds upon hundreds, millions of people. That's the biggest ceremony ever. What do you guys think about this? Seriously, take it from a perspective of trying to understand what he's saying versus that he is, from Oompa Loompa land.
Okay. I've definitely have an opinion on this.
Go for it.
In my opinion, when it comes to a school shooting, most of those parents don't want to be in a public light like this. I wouldn't want to be. I would want to be able to mourn my child with the other parents who are going through what I'm going through and my family members and be left alone. I wouldn't want the press there. I wouldn't want the media in my face. I wouldn't want them asking me how I'm doing and have to make a speech in front of hundreds of thousands of people about my dead child. That is not something I would want to do. And a school shooting, no matter if it is broadcast across the entire country and in other countries on media stations, it is a very intimate thing. And it only affects the people in that school or that church. And they have the right to their privacy. And just because we don't, and on the point of why it's not a huge thing, just because there isn't a huge ceremony and memorial in a football stadium or a hockey arena or wherever does not mean that people don't mourn what happened. We just do it in our own way. We just don't do it in a public light because those children were not public
figures.
They were not public figures.
Correct.
They are not in the public light. People don't know who they are, and that's how they need to be. That's how they need to be kept. They don't need to be in a public light now. Charlie Kirk was a public figure. He was known around the world. Millions of people knew who he was. And that is why there was a huge memorial, because his death affected millions of people, and not just the people who were fans of him or had met him or had watched his podcast or for years since he's been on, who were a part of a TPUSA chapter. But it affected me, who had never once listened to a podcast or watched anything Charlie Kirk outside of this show and the role and the things that we showed, the clips we showed on the show. I had no idea who he was, but it affected me a lot. So Bryan Cranston has no soul. He has no heart. And honestly, his heart is a black piece of coal, and it's frozen over because he has none. He is not thinking about the families that are going through the school shootings. He's only thinking about what clickbait he can get for his show.
That's right.
And how much money he can raise off of those dead children to put in his pockets. That's all he cares about.
Look at me.
Yeah.
There's your fucking video. No, look at me. The next time I tell you, please do that.
Give me a topic.
No,
and I'll do that.
I'm not. It's not my job to give you the topic. You are excellent at this, and that clip right there would get 2 million likes.
Then clip that.
No,
what
it's not about that. It's about you have to do that in a format. And I'm going to clip it. But my point is, you said you couldn't do it today, and you just did it. And I'm so proud of you because it was excellent. It was a fantastic. No.
In my defense, I can do it. I just need this. I just need the subject. I'm not good at thinking.
Okay, here's the subject. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, come up with a topic and do the fucking video. Good job, Amy.
Fudging.
Yeah. Oh, fudging. Sorry. Hold on. I got to call back Brian Atkinson, and then Amy will get your thoughts. And maybe Brian has some information on this. But honey, that was great. That was wonderful. Hey, Brian, sorry about that. What do you want to talk about?
This is Sandy.
Hi, Sandy.
Oh, hi, Sandy. What do you want to talk about? Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Sandy. What do you want to talk about? Sandy, this is Matthew Spear from the Dumb Show. How are you doing? Did you want to you called us? Did you want to talk?
Yeah, I've got to mute the computer.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Just go ahead. Go ahead.
I sent that email to you today. Is that?
Yeah. Can we wait? We're on a couple different topics. I'm going to try to get to it tonight. I haven't had a chance to read through it all the way.
Okay, no problem. No problem at all. I'll continue the show.
Sandy, I love you, Sandy. I'm going to I've already read most of it, but I want to do some research. Okay, and then we'll do a show on it, or do at least a half hour on it. Okay.
Sounds like a winner.
All right, my friend. Bye. Love that lady. She's amazing. Yes. Okay. Amy, did you have any comments on Krasenstein, or you think we got it?
I think you got it, but I just will add that most places do have a memorial to honor these children that have lost their lives to these mentally not well people who do this. And I think he should, if it's so important to him, he should put up his own money to have a stadium rented out in every city to memorialize these children.
Yeah, and can we just be honest? Brian Krasenstein and his brother stole $500,000 from elderly through a Ponzi scheme, and then the FBI seized their money, and basically it was, we'll give you the money back if you don't send us to prison. They've had their accounts suspended multiple times for buying accounts and then changing the name with followers. That their accounts were Justin Bieber type accounts. Harry Sasson did the same thing. They also had porn sites they purchased thousands of .coms, and they have porn sites. These guys are scumbags, and they're pieces of shit. And they say that they're not paid by the DNC. They're liars. They're absolutely liars. Everyone knows, and they share all the talking points that everyone else does. So they're just disingenuous. They don't put any skin in the game. They will not have debates with people. Everything's controlled. And I would love for one of these twerps to call in. But, I'm not trying to be all negative, and I'm trying to walk a different path. But if you guys expect me to be quiet against people like this, it's just not going to happen. Yeah, I remember the Humboldt Sask. Yeah, I mean, the Humboldt team, it was everywhere. Every NHL team, all of our AHL teams had Humboldt jerseys that they wore in the warm-ups, and then also had a pen. And
our coach, Jared Bednar,
Yeah.
Used to coach that team.
Yeah.
So he was very much affected by it.
Absolutely. Amy's doing good. She told it at the beginning of the show. Folks, listen, we're going to just play this video and then we got to get to a commercial break because donations are really not where they need to be. So we got to do this. Welcome to Amy's night. What's new? This is a person who wants to tell you what it's like when they get misgendered. And I want us to keep an open mind, right? That's our new saying, open minds, right? Okay. And we want to try to keep an open mind.
I don't understand what is so hard about correcting other people when they misgender others. Like, it takes you like 2 seconds, but you know what it takes for me to have to constantly do that? A lot of fucking unnecessary emotional labor that I already have to take on a daily basis just to fucking exist and be who I am. But you don't have the energy to speak up and say something on my behalf. And I just have to keep white knuckling this.
Can I say something?
Sure, because I'm not going to do it because I always steal everybody's great lines. So I'm going to let you do it. But if you don't say what I was going to say, I'm going to take it.
11 just needs to get inside their head and like just totally like tell
It's a
them.
Stranger Things reference. I don't know if people are going to get it. They don't like witchcraft. These people are religious.
It's not witchcraft. It's Stranger Things.
Stranger Things is totally, it's D&D. It's witchcraft.
He looks like 11 from Stranger Things, totally. And 11 can control minds. So really just
and Stranger Things is absolutely witchcraft and D&D. And it's all Beelzebub and 666. Yeah. That is total. Like if we watched that and when we were kids with our parents, they would have like sent us to a lockup. Go ahead, Amy.
I just don't think that she understands that my mental load is probably a lot more than hers, and I'm white knuckling it every day too. So I'm not going to stand up for her. Sorry.
I agree with
My thoughts are you're trying to be a man, but you're totally explaining why a lot of people don't listen to women.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Emotional wreck.
I'm just like, my God. I mean, this is why like when women get that time and they're just like, wah, 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 and I'm just like,
Charlie Brown.
I'm watching football and I'm just like, listen, my job is not to qualify your delusion.
Yeah. In your feelings. I honestly.
That's it. It's
my business.
I care about my little world, my family, my close knit friends.
Yeah.
I honestly don't care about your feelings.
Christine Clark, $10. Love you all. We love you too. Thank you so much for the donation.
I'm not going to go out of my way to be mean, but I'm not going to go out of my way to make sure that you feel whole as a person, because that's not my job. You're not my kid.
And it's not my business. I don't want to be involved in your life to that degree.
Why do you need me to confirm your penis and vagina for you? Veronica, welcome. I mean, seriously, why do you need my acceptance? I mean, I don't walk around like when I decided to start diving into the Bible and go to church, I didn't ask anyone's permission. I didn't have to go, hey, everybody, look at me. I'm going to be a parishioner. Woo! Can you accept me?
So you're saying you're transforming?
Yes. So who cares?
That's funny.
You know what? Did you know when somebody sent me a text? And this isn't one of those times where you're like, hey, do you know people give me a nickname? They call me, Turbo Chaser. And you're like, people call you Turbo Chaser? Sure they do. But somebody said today that I look like Mark from Grey's Anatomy. McSteamy. Yeah, somebody said I look like
you need
McSteamy.
A little bit longer hair. It needs to be.
They said it was the beard. The gray
needs to be the salt and pepper hair, but your hair needs to be longer and wavier.
My God, have you actually thought about this? Sounds like you have. Sounds like you've had some McSteamies of your own.
I was on the McSteamy train, not the McDreamy. Although McDreamy was McDreamy, but yeah.
But I consider like he's a handsome guy. I considered that to be a compliment. So thank you very much. But transcending, yeah, whatever. Okay, Trans-Siberian Orchestra. I just don't understand why you need my approval, right? It's like be who you want to be, but I don't go like, hey guys, guess what? I tried a new sexual position in the bedroom today. It was fantastic. Because you would look at me and go, what are you talking about? Can you imagine if I walk up there and go, hey, I like vagina? You'd be like,
neat.
Why are you telling me this? So why are you telling me you're gay? It's the same thing. I'm hetero. Great. Why don't you hetero over there and get away from me? Because I don't understand that shit. So be yourself, right? Be yourself. Be yourself. I don't want to be myself. I want to skate. I'm good now. Movie.
No clue.
Movie, Liv.
I'm not watching. I'm looking at something.
Oh, my snow globe collection.
Elf?
Mom, where are my skates?
Oh, no idea.
Give those away to Goodwill, honey.
Oh, that's Just Friends.
Thank you. Took you long enough. Jeez,
what is it called?
Oh, my God. Oh, homework. You, Jason, bottle of Chablis or whatever the hell you drink, blood of Christ, and go and watch Just Friends.
Just Friends.
You'll
Never
love
even
it.
heard of it, but okay.
You'll pee yourself. It's that good. It really is.
I have a question. Are we talking about Jimmy Kimmel tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because I've got something to say about it.
And he's
That's
back
what I was looking
on
up.
too.
That's what I was looking up.
You just exposed the buried lead.
Sorry.
God, TV.
We're girls.
Oh, that's true. That's never more evident than right now.
Look at me. I need attention.
That's funny.
$51.10, folks. We're a far cry from our goal tonight, and we want to try to hit that. So please, thanks, Amy.
Sorry.
You guys saw this painting that was up on the Charlie Kirk stage, And this is a pretty amazing thing. This guy lost, I don't know, 30, 40,000 fans because he did this. His name is it's Sam Ryan Studio. And you can follow him at Sam Ingram 5. And I will carbon copy this for you in chat. He's over on X. Go give him a follow because he absolutely deserves it. 30,000 Lib Labs defriended him. And here is his journey over to the stadium with the painting that he did, which is just incredible. I mean, incredible work. Watch this.
So I throw up my hands and praise you again and again, 'cause all that I have is a hallelujah, hallelujah. And I know it's not much, but I've nothing else fit for a king.
So they turned on him, as always. So I'm going to go over. And I did this specifically tonight. Anybody has John F. Kennedy might not know too bad. But I gave him a follow.
Yeah.
And you guys should go do the same. And
that's incredible too. Like, what a talent.
It's always in the eyes.
Yeah.
It's always in the eyes. If you're a painter, if you can't get the eyes right,
the hands, the eyes and the hands. And
hands are
like
important.
Right here. Like that was.
Hands
really
are important
incredible.
too. It was beautiful. The eyes were absolutely flawless, and that's the way it should be. It was just fantastic. It was a beautiful painting, and they should auction that thing and give all proceeds to TPUSA. Amy Bordeaux, $10. If I had the money, I'd pay for it.
Thank you, Amy.
But the way things are tonight are going, I'm gonna have to start doing my own.
Amy.
I'm gonna have to start doing my own paintings, and I'll do them in the snow.
No thanks.
Man, it's gonna be a winner. I'm telling you right now, I can feel it in my bones. It's gonna be.
Sound like an old person when you say that. Feel it in my bones.
We had a lot of snow
You were
last
talking
year.
about my bone, and you okay? So anyway, what? I gotta get better. I'm trying.
La, 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 la.
What is this? What is this thing you do? Is it like this?
We bless ourselves.
What do I do when I do stuff like that? What should I say?
Not really blessing ourselves either.
Should I
Shouldn't
count
say that.
rosemary or rosary or something?
The rosary.
So, do you want to get me some?
A rosary? Yeah.
You should.
I will. I will ask my girlfriend to get you because she flies to Italy.
But I want
time.
specific. Like I want dark mahogany beads and like a dark mahogany cross.
I was getting one that's blessed from the Vatican, but okay, let me see what they have because she's always there.
Listen, Yeah. I think even though I probably won't count the rosary, I think they're beautiful. And I think they're amazing. And I would absolutely carry one with me. I thought about getting a cross. I almost got one, but I don't want to look like Guido or
my son has this beautiful cross that Jason bought him, and it's an American flag, etched on one side.
I saw that, and it's black, and it's got
black.
like yes,
and it has a scripture on the other side, and it's the most beautiful cross. He wears it every day.
I've seen it.
I love it. It's
I
really
almost
beautiful.
bought it. It was in my cart at Amazon. I swear to God, Olivia will tell you, I didn't buy it because I was like, I just don't want to wear a chain because let's face it, I'm the wolf man. And the chains always pull the hair in my neck. And then also I have the skin disorder with dermatographia, and it just gets red and it's horrible.
Yeah. Maybe not then. But
I should have this Propecia will work for me. Is Propecia right for me?
It might.
Maybe I should go run around a field of wheat and swim with dolphins.
Problem, right? It's where you lose your hair.
I don't know. I just made up something. I don't know. I don't want to get accurate about it.
I will say this: even if you don't pray the rosary as like the actual rosary, it's really good for setting your prayer intention because it gives you something tangible to hold. And if you have ADHD, like I do, like it helps you to be intentional with your prayer because you're actually physically holding something. It keeps you like in your prayer.
Well, Olivia has beads, so I figured I'd get some too.
Are we going to do a commercial break?
Golly.
We need a pee break.
I can go too. Yes.
When you walk by, I'm totally going to squeeze your tummy.
Okay, I need a pee break. We
All
need
right.
to go.
Yeah. Olivia, all right, we're going to do a quick break, folks. We need to get through the donations. 6110 is where we're at. Fun show tonight. We're having a good time. I hope you're having a good time too. Good conversation. Please do us a favor and stop by thedumbshow.com/donate. Help us out. Here's a quick video, which will give you a pee break, and then you can also watch our kids be funny. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Don't leave. Make sure you like the show. Stick around.
I thought you meant me. I was like, I have to pee too. So.
I know. I'm trying to get this done. I'm trying to find it. Here we go. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Olivia Spear, host of The Dumb Show. For 3.5 years, we never asked for donations. But after Facebook demonetized us for speaking the truth, we've had to turn to the one thing big tech can't cancel: you.
I'm Hayden, Matt and Olivia's daughter. This show's never chased sponsors or sold out. We've built something honest, and it's thanks to you.
I'm Ethan, their son.
Maria, I didn't say Catholics were in a cult. No. Okay, time out. Hold on. Hold everything, Maria. I like you. You've been in this. I don't want to lose you as a viewer. Let's make it you and me. Maria. That's not what Amy was saying. Amy's Catholic. Amy has a sense of humor, and Amy was kidding. Amy is a devout Catholic, and she stays on the show and talks to us a little bit. But what she was saying is that she's not a cult member for having rosary, because she gets a lot of flack from people for being Catholic. So she was defending the Catholic faith. She's not insulting you. So please don't think that. We're not that way. And in fact, if you rewind the show and go back, just recently, I said, we're not going to trash any religion here. We're going to have a conversation. We're all going to respect each other's religions and not get into territorial pissing. So please don't take offense to that. We don't want to lose a view over something like that. Okay. Maria, tell me we're okay so we can move on.
What happened?
Maria, say, Matt, it's okay. It's a response to a comment. Oh, shit. I hate chat sometimes. Never mind.
You can always ask and I can tell you.
Disregard.
Hi, I'm Olivia Spear, host of The Dumb Show. For 3.5 years, we never asked for donations. But after Facebook demonetized us for speaking the truth, we've had to turn to the one thing big tech can't cancel: you.
I'm Hayden, Matt and Olivia's daughter. This show's never chased sponsors or sold out. We've built something honest, and it's thanks to you.
I'm Ethan, their son. Every share, every dollar, every message, you're the reason we can keep calling out the...
And listen, like you guys heard me call it the rosary. It's a joke, right?
I said rosemary.
I know what I said. Oh, but the rosemary, and that's a joke. And I was kidding. So everyone, we like to have sense of humor here. And okay,
here's the thing: if you have a comment from Matt, just put Matt. If not,
ask me a question.
Here's the thing: if it doesn't say Matt on it, don't.
Okay, you know what?
Answer it.
That's ridiculous. I wasn't upset. I was very nice. That was a fine thing. Oh my God.
Yes, and bringing color back to the world, going gray.
If you want to
Thank you, Maria.
Take PayPal, Venmo, or snail mail. You can send it to P.O. Box 2, Round Hill, Virginia 20142.
Can't donate? No problem. Just share the show with someone who needs to hear it.
Thanks for helping us stay loud, proud, and completely uncensored. You can donate at thedumbshow.com/donate.
Yeah, my wife and my son are wearing Astros hats. We're season ticket holders. I mean, are we talking shit? I mean, you guys certainly weren't upset when it was a dynasty and we were spanking everybody's ass. We might not even make the...
we might not make the playoffs.
We might not even make it. We understand that. Astros can't be great all the time, but they've been great since 2016 and certainly kicking the living dog snot out of the Yankees and everyone else in the league. You know what happens when you turn the dial harder? You can make a harder grimace. The harder you grimace, the more effective it is.
You tighten it so freaking... I can't do it. I can't untighten it.
That's what she said.
That's what she's... Oof. Coming in with it. Pound it. Pound it.
Child 15.
Ethan, you look like a hippie.
Totally tubular.
This is recording, right?
Okay, let's go. Smile. Donate. Don't start with me. Donations. Every time you don't smile, I'm gonna punch you in the ribs. Donations. Take one. Scene one. Ready. Set. Ethan.
Break.
Ready. Don't screw it up.
Okay.
Ethan, don't mess this up. Ready. Set. Action. No. Whoa. Director calls action, not some stupid toddler.
But we've built something.
There's no but there. Why do you've been doing this since you were 2 years old? Try it again.
Just share the show with someone who needs to hear it.
Julian, you can talk all the crap you want, but we suck and we still won the silver boot. So, nana boo boo, stick your head in doo doo. Much better than you.
We did win the silver boot this show.
I know. I just said that. Is this an echo in here?
No. He said, I can't talk shit. I'm from Dallas. So Rangers.
Thanks for helping us stay loud, proud, and completely
sorry.
uncensored.
God, it just happened
apologize.
to get. I'm not going to apologize. He's a Rangers fan. Forget it.
I I can. They have
Let them listen to the donation.
Well done,
Spear family. I bet we make no money.
But I'm going to owe them money without.
Hayden, do your thing again.
Oh, yeah, cut it.
Baby shark, do, 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 do.
Yes, everybody, thank you for your support. We appreciate it. And bringing everybody back in, the ladies went to the toity, which I cleaned, by the way.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, because nobody else is doing it. I'm just saying.
Our children can't do any chores.
You need glasses. Okay.
Sandra Edwards donated $5. Great show tonight. Thanks, Sandra.
Thanks,
I thought it was
Sandra.
a pretty good show so far, even with Amy here.
Yep.
So,
despite the charity they give me.
Put up the timer.
Oh my gosh. I love this new, just like motivated you. It's going to change. What's our countdown? 29?
It's 30.
29.
Sure.
Well, that's what it says. I mean, that's the math. All right. 29 minutes, folks, to hit goal. We got a long way to go in a short time to get there. We're east, down, bound, and watch that bandit. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. We're east, down, and watch that bandit run. Okay, that's it. Sorry. Screwed it up. Had to sing it. It's kind of like the ABCs. I need to sing it. Let's see. Oh, I have to play this. This is an oldie but a goodie. I was just going through my bookmarks and I found this and I was like, no way. This is all the way from November 5th of last year, right? And this was like election day. Election was on the 5th or 4th?
Oh, I remember this lady.
I think
Maybe
it was the
6th?
second Tuesday. Yeah, maybe the 6th. It was the day before the election. This is so fun to watch.
Love it.
You got to watch this. There's not going to we don't have any commentary on this. Maybe one or two things. But this is a great chance for you guys to donate. So let's make it happen. Here we go.
Okay, so we're closing in on almost 5 p.m. Eastern time, and I've been tracking everything that's been going on across the country today. And my most important encounter was when I went out to get my champagne. I was talking to the guy in the store, of course, asking him, did he vote? And he said he did early voting, and he asked me if I early voted. And he asked me, why I was getting the champagne. And I said, because I'm going to be toasting Madam President tonight. And he just looked at me with kind of like a smirk on his face. And I said, she's going to win this, right? And he says, oh, well, it's very, very close. And I said, no, it's not. He says, well, what do you mean? I said, no, it's not. The women of America are making their voices heard. Reproductive rights is what it all comes down to. And the women are voting in numbers relative to men that are unbelievable. She's won this. And I said to him, she's going to take every one of the swing states plus Iowa. And he said, oh, but the numbers are so close. I said, I'm a political analyst. I'm telling you right now, the numbers are there. She's taking this election.
She needs to find a job.
This woman spent so much time trying to look like me, but doesn't have the talent because so wrong.
Her hair is a little nicer than yours.
It is fantastic. The spike is actually pretty good. And those glasses they're not your usual motif for the liberal feminazi. So, she does look normal, kind of.
Also, yeah.
Oh, she's wearing no, it's okay. We're not going to make fun of her. She's already making fun of herself. Here's
I said to him, you realize, and he didn't tell me who he voted for, but of course I knew. And I said, you do realize you wasted your vote, right? And I didn't care. And I walked out with my bottle of champagne and happily walked home. Bye-bye.
Should do a follow-up video.
No, but you know what? Honestly, that's a good video. Honestly, she's just playing. She wasn't rude. She didn't call him a maggot or, and she's laughing. Now, her follow-up video, I think we'll try to find it.
Yeah, because I would love to
because
see the follow-up
and if
video.
she comes back and she's like, boy, was I wrong. In fact, I went and bought 5 more bottles of champagne and not remember that day or something. That would be fine. But that's pretty harmless, honestly. Yeah. That's just good ribbing. She was wrong.
A little bit.
Just
needs to find a new job if that is her job. But
yeah, we shouldn't cancel her. Hey guys, just a reminder that Hamas and Palestine, First of all, Palestine doesn't exist. And second, Hamas are a bunch of terrorists and they don't deserve any quarter in any way, shape, or form. And I'm going to show you a video why. I guess since we said with Amy, grill the Catholic, how about beat Jews in a truck?
Yeah.
This is for you. Here's the video. Merry Christmas. Dead bodies from October 7th. Listen, I told you I'd keep showing these videos, and I'm not going to stop, no matter how many times they try to blackball us or give us a strike for showing it. These videos are available. And if you want to go and support Palestine, which doesn't exist, and let's face it, Gaza doesn't really much anymore either, you can go ahead and watch some of these videos too. Israel has every right to prosecute this war as they deem necessary, as we did with 9/11. And whether you agree with that or not is really immaterial. The point is that the United States has done it, Russia's done it, China's done it, England done it, Germany, France, Belgium, every single country in this on this world that we have has been established through conquering and taking it. And just because we have mass media and we can see it happen in real time, nobody gives a crap about 30,000 Christians killed in Kenya.
Right. Anybody
give a shit about those 30,000? I don't see it on the news. Nope. 30,000 Christians, more than the
Gazans. In
Gazans.
China.
Yep.
Yeah, what about the Uyghurs? What about the Christians in Syria? Anybody care about them? No. Why? Because it's not in the news and nobody's protesting. So Brian Krasenstein can put that in his pipe and smoke it, that maybe we're not filling up coliseums because school children are being shot, because Olivia made a great point. It is because it is a private matter, but we don't see you filling up stadiums for Christians either. So right back at you. Nana and Boo Boo, stick your head in doo-doo. I'm better than you do. There's your video, 10 seconds. No comment necessary. Figured we just should watch it. This one is pretty cool. Out in front of the memorial on top of the roof, Secret Service agents start to hype up the crowd like it's an NFL football game. This is really cool. Secret Service snipers are on top, and they are watching.
That's cool. I haven't seen this.
Isn't this great?
That's great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, listen to all those Nazis.
Yeah. Where's all the fires?
That's a good point. Folks, if you don't know, USA is a word in German, which basically means Aryan nation. So they are chanting Aryan nation. It's despicable, these Klan members. That's a BG, also known as a big gun. Will do some damage. I think it's great. Listen, this, can I just, I want to preface this with everybody. And if you do want to call into the show, phone lines are officially open because we need all the help we can get right now because goal is looking bleak. Like bleak, folks. Got to get some help here. 276-200-2105. I don't give the left any credit for nothing bad happening at the memorial. I'm not giving them any accolades. I'm giving it to the amazing level of security.
Yes.
And professionalism. They wound up getting almost 100,000 people into two stadiums and managed to wand and scan everybody through metal detectors, and everybody followed the rules. And yes, there was some trash laid over. I don't know what you expect after people being there for 24 hours, and every receptacle was full to the limit. They even brought in dumpsters, and those were full because they had 3 times as many people as they thought. They thought that they were going to have 60,000 in the stadium and maybe 5 or 10,000 people outside. This was unbelievable. 150,000 plus. I don't give credit to the Democrats. I give credits to law enforcement and how there was a presence of security and protection there. And everyone felt safe, and not one incident, not one.
Which is why I've been questioning this since yesterday. If I was on the left and I was, very much against Charlie Kirk and all the people who followed him and just, basic thinking of, using my brain, I would have to feel like I would pause and think, well, why are this many people seeing something that I'm not? Maybe I need to do some more research, but I'm not seeing that. Anyone question like, hey, maybe I was wrong about this, man. Maybe
nobody is. Nobody.
It's just peculiar because you see the amount of people. It has been on. Even I think CNN had an accurate depiction of how many people were there. So they have to be getting this information.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And they're not even questioning, maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe this many people are identifying that this is a good person and they're upset and they're not rioting. They're not burning down cities. They're literally just calling people to come to Christ and to pray for this family and to donate to help this poor family. And like, I would feel like I would question, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm not seeing that. And it's disturbing.
Do you know how many people actually helped as far as like saying, hey, I was wrong or I was mistaken about trucker? It's African Americans.
Oh,
and there is
I haven't seen any.
There is, I've seen hundreds. You're on TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Go to Twitter. Go to X.
I will.
They're on TikTok too, but X is a real good one. Chuck Peterson, thank God. $50. Woof.
Thank you.
Finally broke the dreaded 100 mark. Thank you. Let's hit goal, nation, peace, and love. Yes, we would really like to hit goal. Yesterday, listen, you guys need to understand something. It was a 7-hour show, which basically it's $100 per hour. And then I want you to think about just taxes, streaming costs, all those type of things. It adds up. So we're trying to make the show so it's not so it's as affordable as possible for us to do it. But if we don't hit the goals, then we get into a position where we just drag our feet. You notice when we get to 300, we're like, hey, we'd love to overdrive, but we stop talking about it because that's what we have to hit in order to keep the show for free. So we're just trying to get that hit. Now, do you have to give an exuberant amount? No, but if you can help out, do it. If you can't, don't. There's no pressure. It's always free, but everyone seems to pitch in and we always seem to hit goals. So we'll leave it at that. But that's just my thought. I think the presence of support was just incredible there. And they did it right. And this is just another example of why we should harden our schools as targets and put the proper level of security and the proper level. Like, I believe that there should be a police station near every high school. Like, I mean, like literally on school property. You do that, you're going to change things. Like, we can just start making better decisions, is making sure that our soft targets have police presence. You can put a little duty station in every parking lot where two cops can sit, whatever it is, or at the entryway. And if there's an emergency or there's a shooting somewhere else or a police officer is in distress, well, then they can leave. But you should have something to harden these targets. It works. Yes. We're seeing it here.
You have a question, dear, from Joseph Hillstrom. Matt, what is the deal with the UK and other European countries recognizing Palestine as a country? Do you think Trump will confront it at the UN?
I think the UN summit is going to be an interesting thing. I think people are recognizing Palestine. There's a few reasons, and God, I hope it's not biblical, because it does talk about how the world turns against Jews, and we understand this, and we get into that. It's a whole nother conversation. And it seems like the whole world's turning against Jews right now, but that's not the case.
It's not the case.
It's not the case. This is, England is recognizing Palestine. And this is, the best way I can tell you is that this is more of a EU type stand where they're being forced. Thank you, TM, for subscribing. The narrative is because, I don't want to put this the wrong, fuck, who cares? I'm just going to put the wrong way. There's too many Muslims in these countries, and they're pressuring people to do things because they've been overtaken by the Muslim immigrants. That's it. Europe is no longer Europe. Europe is no longer for the Europeans. They've been replaced. And the Muslims are getting into higher positions. They're owning the businesses. They're having children at an exponential rate. Average Muslim family has babies 4 to 5 per family. And English, French, German are averaging less than 1.3, 1.1, which is considered a downfall to the society. A society has never recovered from hitting anything below I think a 9-1 or a 7-0. It doesn't matter. The point is if your country starts producing under a 1-3, you're at the point where more people are dying than being born. And that is what's happening in Japan. Japan, by 2050, Japan will probably no longer be a country. I mean, it's at that point, because they're going to lose like 65-70% of their population in the next 25 years. And they can't, they're not having babies. I mean, they're running around like Pikachus and Furbies. They're idiots. It's not that they're not fertile. They don't have sex.
They have different priorities.
Yeah, they're panda bears. Yeah. I mean, that's essentially what they are. They just will not screw. And you've got a similar situation happening in Europe, where the Muslim overthrow of public opinion has changed that these European countries will recognize Palestine versus standing with the United States and Israel. This is common. This is what happened in Iraq. This was not very popular. This is what happened after weapons of mass destruction. Is everyone kind of turned on the United States, and they're doing it again. Do I think he addresses it? No. I don't think Donald Trump needs to go and defend Israel. He needs to continue to provide them weapons so we have intelligence in the Middle East, so we don't have another 9/11, and we can call it good. And for those of you who say that the Jews did 9/11, you're just hold your breath for 15 minutes, and if that doesn't work, wait longer.
Did you hear about last week in a small town outside of, I think it was Dearborn, Michigan, where, did you hear about this, Amy?
I think so.
Where the mayor
yes.
of the town is Muslim. He came out and openly told one of the residents that he's no longer welcome, and we're going to make sure you don't feel welcome even in your own home. The reason why is they're renaming a street after some dude that just died, and this dude was Muslim, and he was all about Palestine and anti-America. He hated America. He ran pro-Palestine rallies, and I saw some of the clips from the rallies. Mm-hmm. He spoke Arabic, and all this guy did was start a petition to not have the street renamed after this guy, and the mayor is ousting him and making him feel like basically they're going to kick him out of the town.
Yes.
This is not right in America.
No, did you see the statue that they put up? A Hindu god in middle of Texas. It's like 135 feet high, and it's bronze and gold plated, and it's massive.
Where?
Wow.
I'll show you. I'll look it up in a second. Do you have a donation to put in, babe? We got to keep donations moving.
I don't.
You do.
I do. Oh, I didn't see it. I just checked it. Okay.
Got to get them in.
Sorry, I didn't see
folks,
it.
we're
I
at
just checked
It's
them.
okay. We're at 116.10. We are not even halfway to goal. We've got 12 minutes. All I need is a miracle. All I need is you. Okay, here we go. Another video, and then I'll look up the Hindu statue. JD Stillwell donating $20. Totally tubular donation, dude. Thank you, buddy.
Thanks, JD.
This stance on Palestine state shit is being done by politicians, not the consequence of the population. Oh, but it is the consensus of the population. That's the problem. That's why the politicians are doing it.
This would make
this is incorrect. To say that that these countries aren't seeing a massive shift with Muslim. See, here's the problem. This is the same thing that happened to the left. They had a very small demographic, the LGBTQ community, and when they really started seeing the trends in 1990, where Democrats who got older were leaving the party. Yuppies stayed forever. You know, the BMW yuppie guys or the hippies, they stayed with the Democratic Party. But this new generation, our generation, left the Democratic Party when we hit a certain age, 40, 45, 35 years old, started having kids and a family. And we said, I want to keep the things that I own. And we started moving towards conservatism, middle of the road. This has been happening for the last 30 years. And we've seen a very large shift that the Democrats are losing their demographic, which is young people now, and they're losing their shit. But what they started to do is they started to lose the middle-aged crowd, the middle class. When they lost the middle class, they had to substitute that. So what they did is Joe Biden started pandering to the LGBTQ community, and then literally said it on an open mic that Barack Obama was going to go ahead and embrace gay marriage. And therefore, Barack had to go ahead and have that policy. Hillary Clinton had to backpedal. Joe Biden had to backpedal. Everybody backpedaled, and they started pushing. So if you're going to sit here and tell me that the Democrat Party has been for gays, they hated you. They hated you 15 years ago. And the only reason they did is they used you like they used black people, minorities, and everyone else to fulfill their numbers. This is the same thing that's happening in Europe. They're finding a large Muslim population, and the middle class and the white European is dwindling in numbers because of the birth rate and the death rate. So the Muslims who have come into that country and have been accepted by these countries with mass immigration now have a voice. They're taking over communities. They're threatening people. They're creating crime. And they are a contingency that these politicians, which would be equivalent to the left or the New World Order or the globalist type people, have started to pander to them. So when we say the politicians are not pandering to the census, to the people, that's absolutely false. They're pandering to a minority to fill the gap in their electoral base that's no longer with them. The left is very unpopular in Europe. It's very, very unpopular. And they need votes. And why do you think? The same reason they did it here. If the rest of the world is doing what the United States did, then it's not a coincidence, it's a directive. Listen to what I just said again. Really important. If the rest of the world is doing exactly what happened in the United States, then it's not a coincidence, it's a directive. And mass flooding of our borders and allowing illegals to come into our country is absolutely a directive. And it's a directive from the people who want to change the face of the world. They're the globalists. It's the New World Order. These are the people who don't believe in religion. They believe in secularism. These are not the people who believe in nationalism in any way, shape, or form. We're going to talk about white Christian nationalism, and then we're going to talk about Christian nationalism, because they're two very different things in just a second. $188.09. Does anyone want to chime in on that?
No.
Okay. Bill Maher. What's that?
The donation window.
Mel Lowe.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It didn't pop up, did it?
Oh, it closed because I had to close it and I forgot to open it.
Yeah.
Mel Lowe donated $51.99. Thank you, Mel. We love you.
Thank you, Mel. Thank you very much.
So I'm not disagreeing with you as much, but it's the politicians, absolutely. And the politicians are doing it because their constituency is dwindling. Aren't you supposed to be American born to run for any public office? No.
Just president.
Just president of the United States, unfortunately. So Europe's in a load of trouble. I thought he said Texas. I thought it was in Texas. Was it in Michigan?
The mayor was in Michigan.
Yeah, the mayor was in Michigan.
I'm talking about the statue.
Oh,
they're not talking to me.
Yes.
Put Matt. Sorry. Let me try to find the statue. I think it was Hindu. And then I got to show you this Bill Maher video. Yeah. There it is. God, I got that holy song in my head. It's Sugarland, Liv. Sugarland.
Oh, are you serious?
Nope, Sugarland. We know, right?
Well, we knew Houston was going to hell, but apparently.
Oh my God, I stopped doing all that cocaine. Oh, come on. I love small pictures for big statues. Here we go. Sorry, guys. My nose itches like a mother. That's it.
Oh my goodness.
Sugarland, Texas.
That's horrible.
Yep. It's some demonic panther chimpanzee Planet of the Apes thing. I don't understand this shit. Whatever. Who cares? Texas. Oh my God. Oh, my nose itches. Here we go. Bill Maher. I have told you that Bill Maher is a good dude. And I will defend Bill Maher forever. And
Can you clean next year?
No, it's not my nose running. It's itchy. It's on fire. It feels like this is the time of year where I used to get my beard brush and just do that.
Yeah.
Melanie Marino, 2110. Thank you. We're closer. $291 away. We got 6 minutes. I can do a lot in 6 minutes. Ask Liv. Here's Bill Maher. Let's listen to this. We'll have a conversation about it in just a second. I've got some numbers clicking over here.
Yeah.
Here's Bill Maher. And this is Bill Maher's take on conversations between Republicans and Democrats and the GOP's position on debate and the DNC's and liberals' position on debate.
This would make some sense for the Democrats if they had any power. But the idea of we don't talk to you when we don't even have the power, of course you have to talk to people. I mean, there was an article Somebody wrote he was.
But here's the thing. You're right. But here's the thing. Let's say we're going to have that argument. You're going to try to talk to somebody and you have a point of view. The other person has a point of view. Before you have the exchange, you have to agree on certain facts.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Can't. Once you start down that road.
Well, no.
It's like these are, you just have to talk to people.
See, this is where Bill and I I just said this a while ago. You have to have a basis of respect for each other. You've got to build a relationship first, because if people don't respect you, they won't listen to you. Then you can have debate is worthless. I can't stand it. I hate it. It doesn't work. It didn't work for the Greeks. It doesn't work for us. And this whole, I want to debate you online. I'm just like, hey, I want to have a conversation with you. But Bill, once again, is absolutely correct. And if you're going to talk to him, he has debated more than Charlie Kirk, Ben Shapiro, and everyone else combined. Bill Maher literally does it every single night, and he's been doing it for 40 years.
No, you talk to people. But if somebody says 2 + 2 is 4 and the other guy says, no, it's not, how do you begin the discussion?
Because Rob, that's a slippery slope. I agree. There are certain things that we all think. And then there are people, I'm sorry, everybody, I know this from doing this show, so many people who've sat here and they're like, oh, this is a smart person. This is a rational person. And then there's like one thing. They don't believe we landed on the moon. And you're just like, no, if you start down that road, if I can't talk to you, if you believe this crazy thing, because maybe,
so
you
let's
just
say
can't.
Listen, I want you guys to talk about this, because there's people who believed in the stolen election. I never castigated them out from the show. There's people who believe that there is no moon landing. There's people who think Jews did 9/11. There's my listeners who believe that. I've had just people who believe that Guantanamo Bay was full of the senators and Joe Biden was a clone and Hillary Clinton was a lizard person. They believe this shit, and I can still talk to them and treat them with respect on everything else except that. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm going to call them out on it, but it doesn't mean that when we're talking about the weather, that I'm going to be like, okay, lizard man, who's your, how's the weather going to be when you're sunning yourself out there today and on a rock? Every single question does not need to be centered around somebody's psychosis, because that's what it is. I mean, if you sit here and go, there is no moon landing, it's psychosis. You don't have any idea, except for you have some variables that are very interesting, but don't necessarily equate to a conspiracy. You just have questions that you don't understand. You have science that you don't comprehend. Well, the Van Allen belt, how did they get through it? Well, it's a very simple explanation. Well, how come there's different casting of shadows at different? There's a reason for that. How come the flag is waving? It's not, but there's plenty of understanding and reasons for these things. You just don't want to hear it. Livia, your thoughts on this? Can you get along with people who you vehemently disagree with on a certain topic or two?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if we didn't, the world would be a very boring place, because everyone would believe the same things and think the same things and have the same opinions. But I mean, think about it, our family. We don't agree on everything. There are things that the kids completely disagree with us on. There are things me and you completely disagree on, but we don't hate each other for it. I think we honestly love and respect each other more because we are individuals and have our own opinions about stuff. We don't have to agree on everything just to behave and be civil to each other. So, right. I mean, the only time I'm going to be like, okay, I really don't want to talk to somebody is if everything you say, they just disagree with you to piss you off. And that's when you're like, I'm just going to walk away, because that person's not there for a civil conversation. They're just there to try and get your goat to say anything opposite of what you're saying, just to piss you off. And that's when they're not there for an open debate, and you just walk away. It's not worth it.
It's like when we're having a conversation here and people say, I feel, or I think, I'm like, okay. But the moment you start saying this happened, this is real, and I'm like, can you provide me? I don't have to. You can look it up. Okay, you're emotional. Like, fact is fact. And someone hit me today, and they said, we're not a Christian nation. I said, you're absolutely wrong. From a mathematical standpoint, from a philosophical standpoint, from an existential standpoint, our laws are based on Christianity. The fundamentalism of our country is based on law. We're not a theocratic state. But we are most assuredly a Christian nation. And it doesn't mean that we're separation of church and state. That's not what it's saying. It's saying Christian nationalists, which we're going to get into in a second. So I'm going to shut up. I'm going to move to Amy first. And did you have any comments on the video?
I mean, I agree. I like Bill Maher. I watch him. I don't agree with him on a lot of things, but I respect him so much and I really enjoy his show. So I agree with what he said, though. You can talk to anybody.
Baby Kitty will have to go without food for a few days. Like that it's going to happen. Like that is going to happen. Thanks for all you do.
Thank
it's very
you.
cute. That's funny. Thank you guys so much. I agree with you. I like Bill Maher. I don't think he's twisted. I don't think there's anything. Did you put it in twice? You did.
I'll fix it.
Thanks, baby. I agree with you. Somebody said he was twisted. I don't think Bill Maher's twisted.
No.
I think Bill Maher's grounded. I think he smokes pot. He drinks. Who cares? Who cares? I don't care. I don't care. And people ask me all the time, who would you want to meet? It's always Mike Rowe. Like Mike Rowe is he's my number one, right? Like I meet Mike Rowe and I'm like, all right, God, use me as you will. And then I'm ready. But Bill Maher is probably number two. I would love to be on Bill Maher. And I'd love to be on a show. I would go on there in a New York minute. Glenn Clark donated $25 for Jesus and the Dummies. Thank you so much.
Glenn. Thank you, Glenn.
But that's the thing, man, is like I would love to go on Bill Maher. And I would love to have him give me that. Matt. I'm like, Bill. Dude, I've been watching you for 40 years. There's nothing that you say that I don't know.
Yeah.
And now it's time for you to shut up for a second and listen to me because I've got something to say. And Bill Maher is a cool guy. And he would be like, all right. And that's the way he would say it too. And then if you don't do it right, he's going to tear you to pieces. I respect that. Here's a video. Well, let's do the Christian nationalism thing because this is driving me crazy. Oh, by the way, Candace Owen says Kash Patel and Dan Bongino are covering up the real assassin and they're covering it up for the Jews.
Oh, wow.
Such you'd want to know. Dan Bongino and Kash Patel. Yep. There's a federal conspiracy regarding Charlie Kirk's murder, and it's done by Kash and Dan Bongino.
She is completely just...
I haven't heard that one yet, but...
I told you. I told you. Here is... Let me see if I can find this. Here, speaking of Dan Bongino, I had this video that should be dropping at 9 o'clock tonight. It just dropped. So I thought it was great. Here is this young girl was at the event, the memorial, and her ultimate goal was to meet Dan Bongino. So she stood here by one of the exits and waited. Here is this. Yeah, the government didn't tell you about the moon landing. Just FYI, government didn't tell you about the moon landing. So that's not debatable. So that's ridiculous. Isn't that the sweetest?
That's so cute. Like she's like a little kid. I couldn't tell from the back. That was sweet.
Dude, Dan Bongino's a good dude.
Yeah.
And he gets, geez Louise. Hi everybody. He gets a bad, people are just, bad rap. Bad rap. I got to find this thing. Oh, where'd it go?
Who just walked outside?
Like your daughter.
Why?
Do you have it?
I'm looking.
Sorry, we got to check for security purposes. Did they tell him? No, they didn't tell him. In fact, Dan Bongino came back.
Oh, she's on the phone.
Hayden, what are you doing? Okay. Never mind.
Just making sure.
That was funny.
I'm like, why is she talking to somebody?
So she waited there for Dan, and then, Hayden, can you come close this door real quick? Waited there for Dan, and then he walked by. So no, he didn't see her. And then when he did see her, watch out for Puppy. Just a little bit. Then when Dan saw her, he stopped. But you see his reaction. He was shocked. He's like, what? Here's Jasmine Crockett. We're going on rapid fire here. Folks, we are off goal. And we are $46 shy. I trust you guys. Let's go ahead and watch this.
The flags you want to. But I am telling you right now that the most You can wave all the flags you want to. But I am telling you right now that the most unpatriotic people that we have in this country are MAGA and this president. We are the real patriots. And it is time for us to take our flag back and show people what America is about. You can't say that you love the Constitution while decimating it with every single stroke of a pen for an executive order, while decimating it, while you are disrespecting our troops that have signed up to protect our freedoms, not just here, but abroad. And then you're taking people's freedoms away using those exact same troops. You can wave all the flags you want to.
Amy, what freedoms have you lost since Donald Trump's been in office? And can you please retroactively go back to 2016 to 2021, or 17 to 21? I'm not done. And then go from 24 to today.
I think the only right, it's not even a right. I'm not going to qualify to be in the military as a woman because I cannot meet the fitness test standards. That's not a right, but I'm just saying.
It's not.
I can't. I don't know. It's really, I mean, we're not allowed to vote anymore, I'm pretty sure, right? Because we have to ask our husbands who they're.
Yeah, you're not allowed to vote anymore.
Yeah. Can't drive a car. Not that that's a right anyway. I'm trying, I don't know. Really am struggling.
There are no rights that anyone has
freedom
lost.
Of speech, maybe?
She's out there on the loony bin with Candace.
Well, she lost her seat. She lost her seat. And she's not going to have a position anymore because when they redistrict, her district got absorbed. So she's lost it. And she's like, well, I'm going to run for governor.
Great.
Yeah, okay.
I think that's
Aubrey
a good
Smith
idea.
prescribed, whatever. You're here, Aubrey, and that's all that matters.
Isn't our military booming right now, considering, like, don't we have a much higher sign-up rate than we did?
Yeah. It's astronomically larger. So. Air Force is like 46%, Marine Corps 70-something. Navy's there too. Highest is Army at like 140.
Wow. Yeah.
It's high. Like every single metric, it's booming right now.
Let's take that.
I know one thing. One right that has been taken away.
Sure.
The criminal's right to actually commit crime in Washington, D.C.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
That's a big one right there.
Yeah, somebody argued with me. They're like, the Forest Park Service was all fired, so that's why the National Guard's picking up trash. Like, half was fired.
Wow.
And by the way, I'm like, if you lived here, you would know that. And he goes, I do live there. In fact, I'm 1 minute from the park. So I went in his profile. He lives in Washington State. I said, hey, bro, Washington State and Washington, D.C. aren't the same thing, tard. Right. And I said, well, I'll meet you down there. I'll get me down there in 45 minutes if you'd like to. And I'll meet you probably a little longer than that.
Hour.
But he's like, whatever, dude. He's like, I live here. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, go take a picture in front of the Washington Monument. I'll give you $10,000. You got 1 hour. Go. I don't have $10,000 to give him, but he's not going to have it. And he's not going to Photoshop it either. But he's from Washington State. I mean, his check-in literally that morning was in Washington State because so people are just full of crap. Yeah. Here is Debbie Boggs.
Thank you.
$40. Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you.
We're gonna finish up the night with white Christian nationalism and Christian nationalism because this shit is driving me crazy. I am so sick and tired of people saying white Christian nationalism is racist and you're influencing separation of church and state. That's not what it means, you jackhole. White Christian nationalism is different. I wish we could find a new word and just relabel it, but unfortunately, only liberals do that. Mm-hmm. Take things that they're ashamed of and rename. So we're going to keep it Christian nationalism. We're going to have a conversation, but first we're going to go ahead and play this.
What you are seeing here is a movement called Christian nationalism that merges Christianity as it's been practiced in America for, centuries with a very specific interpretation of what the founding fathers wanted, what Aristotle wanted, going all the way back to the ancients. You saw Larry Arnn, who is the president of Hillsdale College and a proponent of this strain of interpretation of the Bible, merge Christianity and protecting the Western civilization values into one and the same thing. It's a very somewhat convoluted argument, but if you distill it into the right talking points, it really hits you in the patriotic heart area, as it were.
What in the fuck did you just... you made me cuss. Damn you. Get your rosary out for me, please. I need some spices for my steak later. What? Kamala? Is that Asian Kamala? The problem with listening to her is I want to do it again in 30 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
So here's the question that I have for you. Can you define Christianity for me, Amy?
Yes.
Go ahead.
If you are a follower of Jesus Christ, if you've accepted him, you're a Christian.
Olivia, can you describe nationalism for me?
Absolutely not.
Give me your best guess, sweetie. Nationalism. National. Honey.
Seriously,
honey,
I can't define
national. Honey.
Yes.
What is the word national? Break it up. What's the first word in national?
Nation.
What do you think nationalist means? Someone who loves what?
Their country.
That's it. That's it. Love your country through God. It means that we believe that we are a sovereign nation, that our rights are endowed by our Creator, that they're inalienable, that our rights are not given by the government, but given to us by God, that our laws, natural, and also God's laws, are the rule of the land. We believe that we should influence our policies, influence our laws, influence our communities through the Word of God and Christian love as patriots. That's it. That's what Christian nationalism means. That's it. Now you throw white in front of that, that's what they try to do. They try to throw the white in front of it. You put white in front of it, and all of a sudden, it's evil Ku Klux Klan, and it's Aryans and Sieg Heil. Yeah. Yeah. But that's not what we are.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with Christian nationalism. It's not saying that Christianity is the only religion. In fact, that's antithetical to what the founding fathers wanted. They established these rules so people could protect their religion. If they wanted to make a national religion, they would have. They didn't. They gave you from the freedom of religion, which is not freedom of forcing religion. It's your choice of what you want to believe. And Christians understand that there's going to be other faiths. And as an amalgamation of different countries all over the world, we understand that we're not going to believe the same thing, but you have a right to believe that. That is a Christian fundamental belief, and it was found in the Federalist Papers. And if you actually not just read the Constitution and read the Bill of Rights and read the Declaration, and you actually went into the Federalist Papers and actually read what they were saying and what they were doing, you would understand that it is full of religious overtones and saturated with Christian belief. 93% of the founders believed in Christianity and a God. Everyone thinks that they were agnostic and atheists. That is completely false and fabricated. That's a complete lie. Anybody want to chime in on this? Someone say something.
No, I agree. I totally agree with you. I mean, I love our country. I will always love God first. And I think that we can't have a thriving country without Christianity because of the morals and values, which is what our Constitution is based upon.
I blame the fall of Christianity, and I'm going to say this, might not be popular, as I blame the educational system on teachers and the unions, as I blame the laws on progressive district attorneys and mayors who will not enforce and use the city police effectively. They use them as political weight versus using them for the lawful good. As I blame our politicians for the national debt and where we are as a country, the federal government versus the state government. I blame pastors, ministers, and clergy with political ends for moving away from the biblical portions of the Bible and injecting personal opinion versus the Word of God for the failure of Christianity in this country. That's my belief. Am I wrong or am I right? Or am I somewhere in between? Amy, do you have a thought on that?
I think that, it's it's a very reasonable thought. I haven't given it much thought, but what you're saying sounds pretty darn
Go with that.
accurate to me.
Go with that.
Yeah.
Well, here is a minister, Reverend Dr. Chuck Curry. He just sounds like a liberal, you know? Doesn't he sound like a liberal?
Yes.
Dr. Chuck Curry. It's like, I'm vegan. Here is his viewpoints. First of all, you're a man of the cloth. and I can look you square in the eye and say, and if you want to come on my show, you can. In fact, I'm going to tag you in this at Rev Chuck Curry, that you are a bold-faced liar. And you're using your faith in God to cover and hide behind God's word as a coward.
I haven't even heard what he's going to say yet, but I can tell you I don't know this man, and I hope I'm wrong, but he looks to have, the way his office is set up, I'm assuming it's office where he's glorified himself at the very top.
Yes, he's got a Celtic. Do you see the Celtic cross?
Yes, it really bothers
He's got a
me.
Celtic cross sitting over in the side. Are you gonna go into druidic burnings and slaughtering of young pixies?
Right.
Bobby Richardson donated $26.25. Smaller tonight. I love you. Great to see you, baby.
Thank you, Bobby.
Smaller is enough, and it's listen. You guys have been doing amazing. Matt, did I see your shirt order? Yeah. Why? Which one? Tonight? Did you have one tonight, Christine? Hold on. Bless you, baby.
Sneezing all day. Thank you.
Hold on, I'm looking. Is it? How old is it? Is it one that you? We can check that real quick. Listen, I'm all about it, guys. You get customer service 101.
Hey, seeing the time, are we still talking about Jimmy Kimmel or no?
Yeah, we're going to finish up. We'll be done in just a few minutes. Amy, you got to go? You got to go.
No,
go.
I'm good.
Okay, we're almost done.
Good.
But I want to make sure. Yeah, I've sent all the orders through. They're getting processed. Oh, you just got it. This is brand new. Hey, Christine, thank you. I didn't get the email yet, but yes, I got your order. Thank you so much. I just processed it. The We Are Charlie Kirk tank top. Also, Carol Jenkins got a Red Friday shirt and a We Are Charlie. Good. Janet got a We Are Charlie. Outstanding. Frank Riley got a We Are Charlie mug. Tommy got a We Are Charlie 2 mediums. Jonathan got a We Are Charlie medium. Angela Hills got a sticker and a We Are Charlie shirt. Karen got a couple of We Are Charlies. Wanda got the Bill of Rights, Constitution, Declaration of Independence. Store's doing great. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you. I forgot to say that, but Christine, I just put your order through. Here's Pastor Magoo. Oh, Minister Magoo. Sorry. I want to give him his title correctly. Enjoy this.
Excuse me, Reverend Doctor. Get it right.
Sorry, Reverend. What a liar. Listen to this. Eden.
Yeah.
Christian minister here.
Oh, God, that's it. You already lost me. If you got to give me your resume in the first 3 seconds of the video, it like everything he says after this is just going to be wrong. Here it is.
Charlie Kirk is not a martyr for Christ, despite the claims on social media this week from the right. While we condemn his murder and the gun violence that led to it, we must also reject MAGA's efforts to portray him something he was not. Kirk preached hatred and division as a white Christian nationalist, which contradicts Jesus' teachings. He preached anti-Semitism, Islamophobia, racism, misogyny, and homophobia.
He might as well have been a Jew.
Yeah, he was
he was an honorary Jew.
Yeah, he literally talked about how much he loved Israel and like how many times he's been there and how it changed his life. And wow.
Totally an honorary Jew. This is ridiculous, but that's okay. Let's let this dork finish.
Jesus said that the greatest commandment was to love. Kirk preached that empathy was weakness and that gun deaths
Somebody said.
are the cost of freedom.
Somebody said it all.
His death is tragic, and I'm thankful that the shooter has been apprehended.
No, you're not.
But the media should stop portraying him as a man of peace just following Jesus when he was anything but.
Wow.
And yes, it dishonors the United States to award a white Christian nationalist the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Oh, really? But we can eulogize on the White House steps George Wallace and Robert Byrd and Strom Thurmond, all KKK grand masters of the Ku Klux I wear sheets on my head clan. Oh, okay. That's good. Wait. What about those Black Panthers that Obama and the cop killer that they recognize? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Donald Trump has promised.
Hey, what about the 9,000 people Joe Biden pardoned?
White Christian nationalism is a false gospel rooted in white supremacy.
Oh my God.
This week's violence was horrific and has been rightfully condemned. But that violence should not be used today to normalize, even celebrate the hatred that white Christian nationalism embodies. All of us need to commit ourselves to nonviolence. Anything else is incompatible with democracy. May God bless our country, may God bless all of you, and may God bless the world. Peace be with you.
What are you,
Paul,
Allah?
I have questions.
Okay, go ahead. Throw it out there.
Paul, different Chuck Curry, by the way, just so you know.
I want to know where he is preaching and if he's ever watched a Charlie Kirk video in his entire life.
He's out of Oregon.
Oh, well, that's explained.
Okay.
He's
His
smoking a little too many
parishioners,
pine needles.
Like maybe he was leaned into, I don't know. This doesn't make any sense. It's like he's never seen a Charlie Kirk video.
No, God, are you
Like,
kidding me? Don't even get me started on that. I mean, literally, these people have never watched or they've only listened to sound bites because even he talked about DEI. I'm going to blow the DEI thing apart right now.
Yeah, because he never said that. The black pilot thing, that's what everyone brings up, but he didn't. If you listen to the entire
That's not what he
thing,
said. He's like, you're making me question because of your racist policy.
Yes.
Real quick, Christians around the world, 26% of all Christians are African. Latin American, 24%, and Caribbean. 23% in Europe. 13% in Asia Pacific. 12% in North America. 1% in the Middle East and North Africa. That's a whole lot of not white people.
Mm-hmm.
So for you to sit here and say that Christians are all white nationalists, there's nothing preaching in the Bible. If I'm not mistaken, I think Jesus was a Jew. I mean, I think I read that somewhere. Isn't that accurate? Wasn't he a Jew or something like that, or Jewish, or
Allegedly
Jewish? So don't give me. I mean, dude, you're. This has nothing to do with God for you. You're literally espousing things that are lies, and what you're accusing Charlie Kirk of is what you're doing. You're a false prophet.
And he will be judged more harshly than the rest of us because he is teaching false doctrine.
You're a false prophet, dude. You need to be excommunicated from the church. Why doesn't this is where the Catholic Church needs to excommunicate this guy? Do they not?
He's not part of the Catholic Church.
He's a minister. Isn't that what that means?
No.
United Church of Christ clergy.
Yeah,
he's got his own church.
Yeah, he's one of the people I was talking about. Like he had a better way than the Bible, and he went off and made his own.
Sorry,
church.
I just thought minister meant.
No. We have deacons. We have priests. We do
priests.
not
Priests.
have,
That's it.
Yeah,
okay.
ministers are like
no.
I get confused. You guys have so much crap. I just forget. I'm sorry. That was a joke. I just
Depends on what kind of hat you want to wear.
Yeah.
What you become in the Catholic
I want to
Church.
wear the pointy one that makes me look.
You're going to be a bishop.
Oh yeah, I do. I certainly do. Listen, nobody.
Christian minister here.
Shut up, dude. That's it right there.
Charlie
Christian minister here. Charlie Kirk. Nobody listened to what he had to say. The man was one of the most least racist people I've listened to in the national. I am more racist than Charlie Kirk, and everyone knows that is bullshit. But I have said more offensive stuff towards black people in jest and jokes. I make fun of everybody. I mean, Barry comes on, he's Jewish, and I make fun of Jews just because Barry's on. And he knows this. Okay, get in here.
Damani's gonna be on Thursday.
Damani's Thursday, and then we've got Nunn from the Nunn Report, and I think Dan is his first name. He's been trying to work together for like 4 years. When I first started, I invited him, and he didn't come on, but he said, "Hey, I want to come on now." He's fairly big on Rumble.
I'm working on a date right now. I'll let you know as soon as it's.
So he's coming on. We've been reached out by a pastor, and also a lady who is an expert on Trump derangement syndrome and a doctor. She wants to come on. So we've got a whole bunch of people. Laura Logan is still going to come on too. But first, I want to show you this debate. And I hate debating. I hate it. I just don't like it. It doesn't do any good. And listen, you're talking to somebody who loved debate in high school. It's a different type of debate. This isn't debate. This is grab ass. This is one of the kids. He's one of the Harry Sassan poster boys. That are all in a love triangle of evil. He says, Charlie Kirk humiliated by his own hypocrisy in the funniest way possible. I'm just going to lay down some things after this, but I want you to listen to this, and this is important. And then we're going to go. Thank you for hitting goal. We appreciate it. Here is the video.
How do you feel about the Senate? The Senate is technically DEI in a certain sense for like small states.
Like Rhode Island and Hawaii.
I'm giving you an example. California, I get less of a vote than someone who exists in Wyoming. We're giving people in Wyoming more say than they necessarily should, given that they're one individual. So why do you believe in DEI as it relates to how our government is set up? You don't believe in DEI in terms of allowing for people who are black or who are women to be in positions of power that they have not been allowed in historically speaking.
So your argument is that the U.S. Senate is a DEI? I gotta be honest, I've never heard that argument, but I think it's a little silly.
How is it silly? Argue against it instead of just saying it's silly.
Well,
under your definition,
well,
why is it not DEI?
Because it's not based on race. It's colorblind. It's not that, we get white
again,
states
DEI
more,
is not
black
only
states
based on
more.
race.
Hold on a second.
Diversity for country, diversity for rural, equity for rural, and inclusion of rural.
No, that's an interesting,
DEI. You think DEI is only race because you associate it with Kamala Harris?
Is there a single instance in corporate America where DEI is implemented where diversity means anything other than skin color diversity?
So diversity.
No, it's not about viewpoint.
Women.
What?
You have to move the goalpost a little bit because you got destroyed there.
Sure.
Okay. So, see, I want a piece of this kid, because the first thing that I would say is whoa, slow down.
To take a breath.
What? Calm. You're in hand, dude. I'm not your enemy, and I'm gonna give you all the time in the world to speak, so you don't need to filibuster me. Okay? Slow down. I want to hear your points, but I also have to comprehend and disseminate because I want to listen to you. And my active listening and passive listening skills are not attuned to having somebody go at 1,000 miles an hour and just rattle stuff off at me. Slow down. Okay? I'm old. And I try to reach out to the kid. I want to tell you, first thing, the thing that he said about DEI, took some notes, but I'm just going to go off memory in a couple to jot my memory because I am old. DEI is nothing like the Senate because the state selection of 2 senators is that we have the opposite of the 2 senator representation, which is based upon state of 50 states of 2 senators guaranteed for every single state, which if you want to say is DEI, the absolute opposite, which is based on population, which is the House of Representatives. 2 different branches of government which check each other's power. So any argument that it's DEI immediately stops because of the House of Representatives and the legislation. So this debate's over. Conversation's over. You have nothing to stand on because if you're going to claim that Senate is based on DEI, but equal representation is based upon population, the thing you're actually complaining about, you already have that representation. So the Senate must do something different than the House of Representatives in order to have a different branch of government. I think that's fair. That's why they call it Congress. There's no marginalization. There's no marginalization. So therefore it cannot be diversity, equity, and inclusion because that's the entire basis for the diversity, equity, inclusion that you're starving for. Is because you have the House of Representatives. So nobody's being marginalized. They're represented equally based upon the population. So he's wrong right there. Entire premise is gone. Second point, there's no mechanism for adjusting the disadvantage. You can't gain more Senate. You can't lose Senate. It's equal representation, and it has nothing to do with the demographics of the people. It has nothing to do with the population. It simply is to make sure that every single state gets a vote, that every single state gets a word. Every single state gets to decide what the elected representatives and the clarification process of appointing judges or qualifying appointments is done by the Senate. So therefore, equal representation of all states because they will be represented by these people. Therefore, they have a representation that is equivalent to the amount of states in the union. So they all have a say. That's not DEI. There's no marginalization taking place. In fact, it's the opposite of DEI because every single state gets the same equal say. That's more communism than anything. Equal portions of nothing or equal portions of something. That's the difference between elected representatives through a democracy and a republic. Individuals have rights, and individual rights are recognized above all else. The Senate does that, and the state legislators do it. No inclusion goals to force representation. So you're not qualified because if you have more black people in your state, therefore you have to have a senator. Or if you have more Christians or more Jews, that you would have to have one of those. That's forced inclusion. And nobody's saying that Hawaii has to be included because of the color of its people or its economic status or how much it gives to the union. It's simply there and it's earned. One more. In DEI, you have to have an equity, equal distribution of outcomes. You have to have that. You can't do that with the Senate because everyone votes differently. Everyone has a different opinion based upon their constituency or the political action committee who's bought the senator. But there is no forced equity that takes place. Otherwise, every vote would go on the majority rule. Abortion is actually popular in the United States. It is. It's a 71% issue that abortion should remain illegal with limitations. If that were the case, that all outcomes are guaranteed based upon equity, then abortion would have been codified and a 2/3 majority would have voted on it. That's not the way it works, because to propose an amendment, you have to have a 2/3 majority of the states, and the states disagree. So therefore, there is no equity. Equity is a myth. Equal outcome is a myth. Now, you can have equality, which basically means that you are a person and therefore you have the same rights as everyone else. That's equality. But equity is a forced outcome, and it's impossible. So Charlie Kirk, I guarantee you, if you show the whole clip, probably tore this kid asunder, and I've seen the whole clip, and he did. But when you selectively edit things and you have one moment that you rip off a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't mean anything, and somebody doesn't have the capacity to answer because you will not let them finish, or you continue on to moving the goalpost yourself, you've already lost the debate. And one more thing, this proves that Charlie Kirk isn't a deity, and he's not a god, and he's not omnipotent, because occasionally he did lose, and he wasn't perfect, but he went back in and did it anyway. And then you killed him for it. Fuckers. Amy, you got a minute. Go for it. Bring us home. Then Livy. Then we'll be out of here.
Yeah, I wanna thank DEI for letting me be on this show, and as a person of color,
an equal opportunity fundraiser.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. No. Just thanks again to everyone who's sent me personal messages and just prayed for everybody in my life. I appreciate it. I love all of you guys, and thank you for the donations. And I'll see you guys on Monday.
Absolutely. Yeah. Olivia, give us an update.
So, as far as Jimmy Kimmel goes.
Oh, yeah, let's do that real quick.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Do you want me to say what I was going to say about
You lead it. Yeah, you do it.
Well, Jimmy Kimmel apparently is coming back on tomorrow. Mm-hmm. But Sinclair Broadcasting.
Listen to this now. This is important. And listen, we believe in contrition. We believe in absolution, and we believe in forgiveness, don't we? Mm-hmm. If we don't, we're just as much of hypocrites as Democrats. Go ahead.
Sinclair Broadcasting controls or owns 38 to 39 ABC affiliated stations across the United States. It is the largest ABC affiliate in the country. They will not be airing Jimmy Kimmel. They will put on local news in the place.
Holy crap. They're going to, he's toast. They're going to have to fire him.
So any Sinclair affiliated station will not air the Jimmy Kimmel Late Night Show.
And they own 33%?
They are the largest.
What demographics, though? That's what I want to know. What states?
Let me see.
Yeah, because if it's New York and California, then he's cooked. But if it's like Idaho and freaking New Hampshire, who cares, right?
Well, I have a feeling that his numbers are not going to be great anymore anyway.
He was at 129,000 a night before he got fired. That's not good at all. I mean, just to put that in perspective, folks, we get 6,000 to 7,000 views on this show. And he was getting 129,000, and his budget is in the multi-millions. Here's the thing. Sinclair told him, first of all, this just proves one other thing, that Democrats are full of crap, because the FCC did not strong arm, because they would have put him back in place if they did. So that was a complete lie that the White House put pressure on ABC, because if they did, he wouldn't be here. So that's a lie. So Democrats did what they always do. They lied. Second, he wasn't fired for free speech. I don't care anything that Jimmy said. Jimmy's full of crap, but he usually does it through comedy, and he's not lying on the open stage that can cause people harm. He broke a law. It's a law. And he broke it. And it got him suspended. I believe he should have to apologize, because, you know what? Don't even apologize for saying anything about the shooter. I deceived you. Should be the beginning of this. And that's important, because it's called contrition. And then as far as forcing him to donate to TPUSA, I think that's stupid. I don't think he should. I don't think he should force tax on anybody. I think he should publicly apologize for deceiving the public and openly admit that he was wrong. He has to openly admit he was wrong. I don't want him to apologize for saying shit about Trump or Charlie. We can handle it. We don't need it. What we need you to do is not fucking lie to people so another shooter comes out and kills a Republican because you're full of crap. That's what we need a problem with.
All right. So ABC affiliates: Abilene, Sweetwater, Amarillo, Texas, Birmingham, Alabama, several in Birmingham, Champaign, Springfield, Decatur, Illinois.
Decatur.
Huntington, West Virginia, Charleston, West Virginia, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Columbus, Ohio, Dayton, Ohio.
Ooh, Columbus is big.
Eureka, Florence,
Dayton.
Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Greensboro, High Point, Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Those are big. Give me a blue one. Give me a blue one.
Nebraska, Greenville, Northburn, Washington.
Yeah.
Lincoln, Kearney, Nebraska.
That's a lot of real estate.
Macomb, Georgia. Pensacola, Florida.
Red.
Kirksville, Missouri.
Red.
Portland, Oregon.
Oh, that's gonna be a stinger. Wow. That hurt. That's a kick in the nuts. That's like Seattle. You got to go, Amy. Go get out of here. Leave. Love you. Say bye.
All right. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Go. We love you.
Yeah.
Thanks for staying. Listen, we were a little late tonight. I'm sorry.
No, it's good.
We love you. I had a good
When
time.
I get home, I'm gonna drive and not hit all the deer.
Okay, we love you. Thank you for being here.
Bye, Ames. Hey, ask the kids to turn on the lights for you.
Yes,
so you can go outside.
please.
Okay. Bye, puppy.
Quincy, Illinois, Hannibal, Missouri, Cook, Iowa, Roanoke and Lynchburg, Virginia, Rochester, New York.
Oh, well, Rochester.
San Angelo.
Rochester's north, right?
Seattle, Tacoma, Washington.
Oh my. Okay, so this is a big market, folks.
St. Louis, Missouri, Traverse City, Cadillac, Michigan, several in there. Tulsa, Oklahoma, Washington, D.C.
Oh, this is $1 billion market. Oh yeah, this is. Hey,
Ash.
Love you.
Ashla.
Calm down. Okay, calm down. That's $1 billion market.
Bye, Ames. Call us when you get home.
That's billion dollar market. Easy. I mean, Houston, Texas was a $2.1 billion budget. 2.1 billion is what we did at Comcast. So you just imagine the volume. How many Comcasts? How many telecom companies are there? How many advertising companies are there? This is going to be huge. I don't imagine this is going to last very long. You know what I mean?
He's being put back on by demand, but I don't think
it's demand. I think ultimately they suspended him, and they're going to bring him back on. I don't know, maybe not.
I don't know what the reasoning is for putting him back on. The FCC suspended him for a reason.
John Walton, there's not one person dumb enough to believe that you're a Walton. Okay? Because you're wearing clothes from Walmart. So unless you're trying to blend in with the peons, nobody's going to buy you. Can you ban this chump, please?
What's his name? John Walton.
John W. Walton. Yeah. Love you, John Boy, but you're out of here. Give me a break. He says, as a millionaire who is living his best life, I suffer at a time and knows how hard it is. You're an illiterate millionaire. It's hard to pay bills. I'm giving $5,000, you cheap fucker. $5,000. You're a multi-millionaire. You're only giving $5,000. Why don't you give it to the show? Who messaged you? Amen. It's all about sharing the blessings. Stay blessed, y'all. Amen, dude. Amen. Yeah. Hallelujah. Pay me my $5,000. I promise it'll go to a good place. Did you ban his ass?
Yes.
Good. Folks, next week we've got Thursday, Damani Felder. We're working on None from None Report. He's a great dude. You're going to love him. What else do we have?
Like I said, we're working on a couple of other people, so we'll see what happens. We'll update you as we get people booked.
Okay.
And also, if you guys know of anyone who would like to be on the show, or if you have an idea, you are more than welcome to reach out to me, olivia@thedumbshow.com, with contact info of anyone you think would be good for the show, or you're more than welcome to reach out for them or for us and give them my contact info or start the talking process for us, because we love to have new guests on. And you guys are our feelers for out there who you would like to see on the show. So absolutely.
Bobby got herself a Zero White Guilt shirt. I'll be wearing that tomorrow. I'll be wearing the Zero White Guilt shirt tomorrow. I also want to say one more thing. I need everybody's help before you go. We got 172 on, 72 in Facebook, YouTube, and X. I need your help. Loretta, don't hate that you missed the show. You can always watch it on replay. Olivia came to me this morning.
Really?
And said to me, hey, Matt, I would like to do a recorded segment like you do, And I said, okay, well, we just need to sit down and find your idea. And she sat there and she looked at me, and essentially the look on her face was, I don't have any good ideas. And I tried to tell her that creativity is usually stifled at a very young age. They put you in theater, and then they say you're no good and don't give you a part, or you sing and you crack a note, you don't get the lead role, or you do woodshop and people say you suck at building something. And creativity is destroyed in this country at a very early age, and people then believe that they're not creative. But the thing is, everybody's creative. Whether you're good or not depends upon how much you practice at being creative. So if you're a natural talent at piano, if you never practice, you're never going to get any better than you currently are. So I try to help people understand when it comes to this, which is like understanding that their creative potential is not recognizable to somebody who has been stifled at an early age. And I guarantee you, Olivia tried something like this when she was younger and wasn't very good at it, and therefore got into a stigma that she was better at something else. Maybe it was piano and singing, which is true. She's fantastic at both. She's also one hell of a good mother, and she makes love like a champ. Don't know where you learned that.
You didn't put cook in there, but thanks. I appreciate it.
I want to be honest. We're talking. So when I tried to encourage Olivia to do these recordings, and we started to do a thought bubble on what she wanted to talk about, she had no idea what to do. And then she saw how good she was tonight and how everybody had something to say. And she has a wonderful voice. And you're finding it, and it's hard. This is not easy. Like, this is my gift. It's what I'm good at. I've always been good.
You could have been a hairdresser. She got the gift of the gab.
Stop it. I was a bartender. That's good enough. And I made little pink foo-foo drinks and put it in there. So
see, I just have to like when I made my drone video. There's the stifle part. Appreciate it.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Listen, Taylor, I'm going to let you finish. I'm going to let you finish. I'm almost done. Just let me listen. I don't get a chance to be sentimental very often. So let me just do it. Okay.
Okay.
You killed it. And you did a wonderful job. And in fact, you moved people today in the video with Erica Kirk, where you were just crying. You didn't say a word, but people were like, they could feel your passion coming through. You need to do it. And I'm going to show you that this is true. I would appreciate it if every single person in chat, wherever you're at, in Rumble, in Facebook, in Twitter, if you're our X, if you're in Wimkin, wherever you are right now, do you want Olivia to start recording videos with her opinions? Simply just say yes or no. And just everyone, listen, I don't need your money. I don't need you to like. I don't need you to do anything. This is the only thing I've ever asked of you is yes or no. And based upon your reaction, we would go from there.
See, I just need to kind of like my...
You're going to watch the checks, aren't you?
Okay, yeah. Kind of like my drone video that I just did, or that I did a while ago, and my whole liberal melting down video I did. I just get a wild hair at my ass and do it. I can't do stuff when I'm put on the spot. You know that.
Well, you're going to have to figure it out because you just did it and you did well. And what it comes down to is you've got to find a subject that you like. And look at all the hearts. People want you to contribute more. And it's hard for me because it goes silent sometimes and I have to fill the air. Look at this. Look at what's happened in Facebook.
Yes.
Look at this. You literally just got like 35 comments. So people want that from you, and you have to. This is the natural progress of the show, and you know how I feel about it. Listen to me real quick.
I'm listening.
Let's say this show goes nuclear. You have to scale. You understand that?
Yes.
As an owner, you have to scale. And if you can't find that voice, that beautiful voice that you have, and the person who I absolutely know has it in them, if you can't scale, you can't go with me. And I don't want that. I never want a producer to say, you can come, but we've got to find an option for Olivia. I would never accept that. You know that, right?
Yes. You'll be my Tony.
Your Tony?
24, where he wouldn't go.
If if Michelle goes, I would be your Tony to Michelle. And look at me. I wouldn't take it. You know that. Just like if they said Leroy and Amy couldn't go, I wouldn't take it. But we should never be faced with that problem. So we have to scale. And your next step in this, and you've done amazing. You came on audio, then you started doing some video, and then now you handle all the chat and you grew YouTube. If it was for you, we wouldn't have YouTube. YouTube's performing now. That's all you. And you've established Rumble. That's all you. You are not just an owner, but you're a creator and you're a contributor.
Hey, did you do trash cans?
He's got it. I'm talking to you. So go give him love. Oh, hurry up there.
I'm gonna do that. Take a flashlight.
Good talk today. I love you. Hey, you okay with the trash cans? Why don't you wait for me? I'll be off in 5 minutes. I'll come do it with you. Okay. I don't want you going alone. So the next evolution in scaling is you talking to the audience. And I promise you, if you do a video, it's going to blow up. Like every single person will share it. They love you. They love you because you're better than me. You're a better, listen to me.
Better looking, maybe.
Listen to me. Listen to me. You're not hearing me. You're a better person than I am. You may not be as good at this, but you're a better person. You're authentic. You're real. You're kind. You're beautiful. You're honest. You're loving. And that is godly. I mean, isn't that what we listen to every Sunday? Is a person like that?
Yes.
Then you must speak. You have to pick up the mic. I saw you look at Erica because you want to emulate her. You admire her. Well, guess what? You're just as loving, just as kind, just as beautiful. So you owe it to Charlie. You owe it to this channel to start speaking with your convictions. And you are fantastic at it. We just need to have you do it. And once you do it, I promise you'll be addicted to it and you'll be crushing at it. Okay?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Is it okay? Now go ahead and say whatever you want. I'm sorry. I just had to get that out. I had to say it. So now you can say, please, you can say anything you want anyway. I mean, I'm not your master. I had to get it out, and you have to feel that from me. You have to understand I believe in you. You wouldn't be on here if you weren't excellent. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Are you going to say anything? You're going to make me go through all that, and you're going to say a word.
Thank you. You put me on the spot.
So did you see all the comments?
Yes, I did.
So do you feel supported now?
Yes, it still doesn't make it any easier.
It's not going to be easy. Nothing's easy. Anything worthwhile is not easy.
Like I said, I will do it on my own time, and I will record it without you even knowing, and then I'll send it to you, and then we'll go from there. But
it's got to be good audio quality and video quality. That's very important to me.
Yes, I can't do it on the spot.
You won't have to. You're going to do it in your way, in your time, in your place. But we've got to do it because this is the next step in this. There
will be something I'm passionate about. I'll hear something and I'll do a video on it.
Sounds good. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching the Don't Unfriend Me Show. We're back tomorrow, 7:00. Leroy is back, I think.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he's back. The good news is we'll be back on Thursday with Damani Felder. So stoked to have Damani. I'm so excited to hear from Damani. It's going to be a good show. It's going to be fun. We'll have Damani here. And are you going to come on for Damani? Thursday.
It is Thursday. It depends if Leroy's in the house. Because if Leroy's here, it's
too crowded.
It is very crowded with the three of you and me. So probably not.
All right, we'll figure it out. Listen, good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. Please go and like the videos that just dropped. If you could just do that. Also, hit a like before you leave. That we'd appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless. Bye-bye.
Night, y'all.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.